Hey, what's going on? This is Felix, also known as Enoch, student at Absolute Bible Truth, and I'd like to give a big shout out to Showtime and Debate Talk for You. I'm a frequent listener, been listening since season one. Keep doing your thing, and for everybody out there who can hear this, send in your donations so Debate Talk for You could go on for a long time. All right, y'all. Peace.
Don't touch that dial. You're now listening to Debate Talk Free Radio.
Hey, Shabbat Shalom, Brother Sal, and Debate Talk for You audience. We appreciate y'all joining us on tonight's show in this, what I would say is hard times for a lot of us. And, we're just here to basically show our brother Felix, our beloved brother Felix, some love and just to let people know what kind of person he was and the kind of impact that he had on all of our lives. So we just look forward to just letting everybody know the kind of person he is and was. And we just hope that, you pray for his family, and reach out to his family if you can. If you know anybody, just reach out to them. And I'm just ready to get started with this. Antoine?
Hey, Shabbat Shalom to everyone. Like Josh said, really do appreciate everyone joining us and tonight, to honor and celebrate the life of our dear brother. I'm just happy to be on here and be able to share some stories and some good times that I had with my brother. It's not often that we meet people, and we meet people every day, but it's kind of hard to find people that's thinking on the same level as you are trying to get to, or on that same path spiritually. And I just was honored to get to know him and meet him and everything. So I just want to hear from everybody else, and I just can't wait to for everybody to share their memories, and that's about it. But peace.
All right, once again, family will chime in. 1-527-6239. Simply press number 1. We do have a call phone line, so if you know Felix, our Felix, and you want to talk about certain situations, feel free to press the one to add you in the conversation. But I know Felix through our Absolute Bible Truth. Antoine or Brother Josh, you want to talk about how you guys met Felix, or talk about it?
Do you want to go first, or you want me to go, Josh?
Oh, you can go ahead, Antoine.
Okay, I met Felix back on through Facebook. It's crazy enough. Back in 2000, I want to say 2011, was the time that I met him on there. I saw the brother. He was talking in one of the groups. They had I haven't been on Facebook in years now. But when I remember there were a bunch of religious groups going around, and I saw that he was on in some of those groups talking, and I didn't know at first, but he was also coming in the ABC Power Talk room. I had no clue. Back in the day, we were on Power Talk, and I forgot. I can't remember what his name was originally on Power Talk, but when we come to find out we both listening to ABT every week. It was kind of crazy. He was listening to other people. He was like introducing me to other groups, other people. We would have long discussions. Like he introduced me to the Knesset brothers, then Buffalo. Not necessarily like, hey, this is Antoine Meek. Then like he just showed me like, hey, these guys got some good stuff. Check them out and stuff like that. And we would just always talk. And I went back, actually logged into Facebook for the first time after I got the news. And just to go back and try to find our messages and our discussions, and I went back and I traced our whole conversation back all the way back to 2011, it's about 2011, 2012, And I was just reading over our whole entire conversation, and you know, I can see his spiritual journey as well as mine. Some of the things it's amazing because something that we were talking about last year, we were talking back in 2011 about, was like just to see how much we've learned and grown in that time. It was, you know, it was kind of amazing. But we met then, and of course he would always be in Power Talk. You know, sometimes we wouldn't hear from him for like a month or maybe 2 months. He'll come back like, nah, man, I'm still here. I just like listen. Sometimes I just fall back sometimes. But one thing that was so underrated about him was like his knowledge, and yeah, he would be so smooth with it. Like it's hard for me to explain. Like if like he could literally be sitting in a room full of people or just on a phone call with a bunch of people, and he would come at an angle that nobody would ever think to come from, you know, when having a discussion on biblical topics. And he was very much so into, you know, learning Hebrew language. He was our Hebrew go-to guy when it came to the Hebrew language. You know, he would help us out with certain things. In fact, I believe the week before he passed, he was on there helping us break down one of the, I believe it was Psalms. It was Psalm 7 or Psalms 27, not exactly sure. And I just really appreciate the relationship. Like, you know, it's amazing, like how you never meet somebody in person for so long, and then, you know, when I finally got an opportunity to meet him, this was back in 2014, I believe. It was back in 2014. 2014 or 2015. It was some, you know, I think it was 2015. Either way, when I went up there to New York on vacation, and, you know, I met up with a brother. He came to see me 2 times. Where we were at in Brooklyn, and it's like we known each other forever. We had the greatest time. We literally probably ate up all the food in the house. We sat there and talked, and it was just, I mean, we spent, you know, the whole entire day. There's a couple other brothers, Brother Jeff and Brother Joel, also came up there, and it was just an amazing time that we had. And when I went back last summer, unfortunately, Brother Jeff couldn't make it. Brother Joel had moved down here to Georgia where we stay, and Felix was the only person really there. Felix and Styles. I remember I was trying to get you to come, and but I couldn't get up with you that weekend either. But I believe you had something going on. I think you had to go to work or something. But either way, when Felix had just got off work, I never forget. He got off work. And he's like, bro, it's like, well, how long y'all gonna be here? I was like, tomorrow's really our last day, and then we're gonna be leaving like either the next morning. We're gonna be trying to get out of here. And he's like, all right, well, you know, I'm gonna have to work, so I'm just gonna come as soon as I get off. I'm coming down there to see y'all. And he got off work. He hopped in his car. He came. He drove all the way to Brooklyn. It was kind of late. It was later on it was in the afternoon, later in the afternoon. And he drove all the way over there. He sat around, we ate, we talked. Then, you know, right before he was about to go, I was telling him about, like, yeah, I wish I could have seen this place. I wish I could have seen that place. You know, I don't know if we're going to have enough time to go tomorrow. And he's like, well, let's just go now. And then, you know, anybody knows my family, my fiance or my son, they're ready to go. You know, like if somewhere says, hey, let's go here, they're like, oh, let's go. And Felix was like, and I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of tired. It's getting late, you know. It's starting, you know, the evening's coming. I just kind of want to wind down. And I praise God for it. Felix ended up taking us all around New York. We went to a few boroughs. We went to, he was taking us to landmarks that he never even seen before. And he's like, man, you know what? I've been here for I don't know how long, and I've never seen this before. I want to go. Let's go. And he was just taking us all over. You know, I saw the Barclays Center. I went to Times Square, just showing us a great time. And my fiance, she waited till today to send me a video of us walking down Times Square together. And I said I was going to share this story. I completely forgot about it until she reminded me today. She said she didn't want to send me all the pictures because she took a bunch of pictures of us this trip. I know a lot, especially the brothers at ABT, have seen the pictures from before, but we had pictures from this time. And she sends me, like, I didn't want to send them to you this past week because it was too soon. And I thank glad she didn't send them to me that soon. But when we were in downtown, we were on I can't remember the exact street number, but it was near Times Square. And we were walking down, and my family, my fiance's sister, little young younger sister and my son, they all had to use the restroom, and the line for the restroom in McDonald's was like, I mean, it was all the way out the door. So they're sitting there waiting, and me and Felix were hungry. And I went, we got something to eat, and Felix got his food. He might had his food for like 5 minutes. We were just sitting there, literally standing. We went to one of those halal shops. They got, little carts. They got standing there. We were eating it, and you can see in this video that I still had today, like I'm still walking around with my halal sausage. Oh, what is it? I forgot what it was. I think it was sausage. I got in the video. I'm walking around in my hand.
Yeah.
And if you look at Felix in that same video, he doesn't have, all he has is his drink in his hand. He doesn't have his food. And the reason that he didn't have his food, and I completely forgot about this until she reminded me today, is when they came out the bathroom, there was a guy there, he was homeless. He didn't have any money. He didn't have anything. He came and was like, the guys, do you guys have any money or anything? Like, I don't have any cash. He's like, I just want something to eat. It doesn't matter. Felix might have taken a couple of bites out of his food. And he gave the man his whole entire plate. I think he got rice and chicken and something else. But he might have taken a couple of bites out of his food, and he gave it to him, and it made that man's night. He said, "Thank you, sir, so much." I think we went and got him a new fork, some napkins, and everything. Asked him if he wanted something to drink. We got him some water. But Felix just gave him his whole entire thing, and me, I'm sitting there stuffing my face. I turn around, I look, and I see what's going on. I'm like, wow, man, that's really stand up with him to do that. And we walking down the street, and he doesn't have anything now. He's just walking with his little, he got like a vitamin water, and he said, y'all, can we go to Cold Stone? We were right by Cold Stone, and we ended up going in there waiting in line. We bought him Cold Stone just for him taking us around and showing us a good time. And I just, I really, when I got the news, it was, very heartbreaking to me when I found out. I hate that I found out so late, like I did, but it was very rough. We were very close in age. He was always talking to me about his kids, everything, man. It was tough, but I celebrate his life, and I take comfort in knowing that he did have a relationship with Christ, and that tomorrow is never promised to anyone. And it was kind of like a reality check for myself about how we all need to have relationships with God, and we all need to be trying to better ourselves every single day. And just that kind gesture that he did, and I'm thinking back on it because I remember when he first did it, like it kind of like, wow, it kind of moved me. But just thinking back on it again, I was like, wow, that was pretty incredible what he did for that guy. Even though it seems like nothing, that might have been, everything for that guy. And I just really appreciated our friendship and everything that we had. And he really touched my life for the better. I just, when you come across people, you can never, you're going to come across as a certain way so many times. You know what I'm saying? You don't get a second chance at a first impression. But you can, rub people wrong ways, early on. It's kind of like, I don't know. I forgot what my grandma used to say. It's like something never changes colors or something. But that's how a tiger never changed his stripes, something like that. But I really appreciated, who he was and what he meant to me, our relationship that we had. Y'all would call me out the blue and just talk and just have conversation. Or it could be a personal thing, just wanting to get advice about something, or me calling him about advice, or some talking biblical topics or anything. And it was just great. But that was all I wanted to share. And as far as my relationship, and when he first came around, I remember Josh used to talk about something, man. People be sleeping on Felix, man. They don't know Felix can get it when it comes to this book. And I was like, Josh was always talking about how he loved his style, the way he, presented stuff, and he did. And I was like, man, I just love the way his style was when it came to presenting stuff. And, everybody's unique in their own way, but his style was, like I said, it was like come out of nowhere. Like he was a beast. But that's pretty much it, man. I just wanted to also the last thing is that I love everybody. I truly and truly do. If I don't, God forbid, I don't see y'all ever again, I just want everybody to know that I do love you. You know what I'm saying? And the last time I saw Felix, the brother gave me a hug. We hugged each other, told each other, said, brother, I love you. He said, I love you, man. Travel safe. I appreciate you coming down here and all that stuff. And we left, and I do find peace with that, and I do enjoy that. But I want to let everybody else know too that I do love you. No matter what you think about me, no matter what you think about my church that I go to, and my brothers and sisters in my church, I love all you guys. That's it, man. Peace and love.
All right, family. Once again, it's a tribute to our brother Felix. To get 319-527-6239. We do have people standing by. I do want to let you get an opportunity to speak and go to the phone lines. But again, family, feel free to press number 1 if you knew our brother Felix. Press number 1. We want to hear about it. Brother Josh, go ahead.
Thank you, Sal. And again, thank everybody else for tuning in to this show, anybody who's listening, because we at ABT, we take that as you sharing our grief with us, because, it's hard, man, because Felix truly was one of a kind. As Antoine said, I noted that years ago. I first met him through Pal Talk. You just see his name pop up in the room under the name Felix. And, from day one, the brother had, a humble and generous vibe about himself, even through the way he just typed on the screen. And he was so captivating, such a good and decent just man, that I felt compelled to eventually reach out to him and give him my personal number. And we started, building over the phone. And he's one of those kind of brothers who is like what you would call the best kept secret. What I mean by that is everybody knows he's there, everybody knows who he is, but the way he talks and carry himself, belies his knowledge, because he'd get into a debate, a discussion about this word, and he has such a unique and methodical style. And one thing I loved about him, is that he never made anybody feel bad or stupid for not knowing what he knew. You follow what I'm saying? He always approached people in a way where you just couldn't be mad at him. I can't say that about myself. Y'all know me on Debate Talk for You. People get pissed off at me. I know I get under people's skin. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to. I just be doing what I do. But when it came to Felix was one of those kind of brothers who you just said to yourself, there's no way this guy can have any enemies in the world, because he's not looking for any enemies. His understanding of the Hebrew language helped me personally and ABT as a unit tremendously. Especially from a messianic perspective, because this dude used to do that research. Like Antoine told you, he was our resident Hebrew guy, just like Kevin, or Cutoff Kev, because we got 3 or 4 Kevins at ABT. I'm talking about Cutoff Kev. He's our resident Greek guy. So, we had a nice little balance there where, you had Felix when somebody used to call in to the Pal Talk room, and they talking all this mess about the Hebrew language, don't really know nothing. Felix be right there. Wait a minute, brother, never rude, never belligerent, never confrontational. Just wait a minute, jump on that Hebrew, shut them down in love. You know what I'm saying? Then somebody try to come from that Greek angle, we had Kevin. You know what I'm saying? I have to always say, man, I would love to do a class where I got Felix and I got Kevin. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in the middle, and they both just guarding me if somebody try to come at me with either of those arguments. So Felix was really he was a really special guy, man. When I started talking to him on the phone, I never had a chance to meet him in person, but there were times when me and Felix used to talk almost every day. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I knew the brother, never had a bad word to really say about anybody. Even people who would do something wrong, he'd critique on it, but he never really just, not to me, I can't speak to anybody else he could talk to, but to me, all Felix was just like, yeah, man, that's kind of messed up, man. People need to do better. And that's kind of how he left it. You know what I'm saying? And, when you talk to Felix, Felix was always encouraging. You ever talk to somebody over the phone and you could just literally feel them smiling over the phone as they talk. You can hear the smile in their voice. That's how it was when you talk to Felix. You know what I mean? And I gave him, You know what I'm saying? Like a nickname. I had to call him Felixer because it's a mixture of the name Felix and elixir. Because an elixir is like something that heals. So I call him Felixer because like Felix and healing. That's the nickname I gave him. I also used to call him Enoch because he was also known as Brother Enoch. So, you know, I just combined the two names and I call him Brother Enoch. And, you know, he'd always just laughing at Josh, you silly, man, you know. And, you know, he'd respond to it, you know, all the good sport and whatever. And he was the kind of brother that, you know, like Antoine to tell you, man, like he was always involved. He would sometimes, like you wouldn't hear from Felix, like Antoine said, for a month or 2 or 3, you know. And sometimes you text him and you wouldn't hear back from him, you know, but you never took it personally. Like, I don't think anybody at ABT who ever reached out to Felix for a while and couldn't reach him was like, man, Felix tripping, man. He don't like us anymore. You never felt that way. Like, he was one of those brothers that I guess just take his own little personal hiatus from people. And then when he's ready, he just jump back in the fray. And he's always, like, happy. Like, every time Felix used to call me, it seemed like he was just happy just to be on the phone with you. You know what I'm saying? Just happy to really just know you, you know. Right. So I'm pretty much certain that even though he considered me to be his teacher, I learned a lot from that brother. You know, his input on scripture, and just his character. You know, Felix was a real patient guy. I never seen him. I'm just speaking for me. I don't think I ever even seen him lose his temper or really just get mad. You know, he was always chill. He was always telling me to be chill. Somebody on social media talking crap about ABT, talking crap about me, Felix, that dude at ABT, get on the phone. Hey, man, Josh, man, I saw that jump, man. Don't even worry about it, man. You know, or I know you're going to do your thing. I know you're going to get them. In fact, I remember when I did the documentary, Felix was the very first person that purchased it. And the reason why I remember so vividly is because on the online store, I had it set up by accident. They have a setting like when somebody try to purchase anything, there's like a minimum setting that you can put it on, like the minimum amount that person has to buy. And I meant to have the minimum set on 1. Like, you know, you only have to buy 1. And I made a mistake, and I had it set on 1,000. So I'll never forget, I was doing residential electrical work, and I was waiting for the other people to pull up. I was out in front of this house that we was going to be working in. It was in the morning. It was around about 7 in the morning. And I'm just sitting out front, and next thing you know, I get this text from Felix, and he was like, Josh, I tried to buy the documentary, and they're trying to charge me $12,000. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? He said, and he sent me a screenshot, right? And he was like, what's going on? It's telling me, you know, I got to buy like 1,000 of them things at one time. You know, because I made a mistake. I had the minimum set at 1,000, and it cost 12. You know, 12 times 1,000, 12,000. I was like, oh man, I don't know how that happened. And he was laughing. He was like, dang man, he was joking. He was like, man, I know it's gonna be good, but I don't think it's gonna be that good. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's like joking on me and stuff. I said, let me look into this. So you know, I went and and I fixed the setting because I was moving so fast because, you know, everybody know I was trying to hurry up and get that out, get that sold. And I was moving so fast, I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. And I really wasn't an expert on the store anyway because another brother, Joel Mills, who actually created the ABT store, he had walked me through it a couple of times. And I knew how to do it, but it wasn't like second nature to me yet. So I was just going real fast. And Felix was the first one. He said, man, Josh, man, you better hurry up and change that, bro, before people think you crazy, right? So I went on there and I changed it. And like the whole day, like he was like monitoring it, telling me what he thought about it, just hitting me up, telling me what he thought. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I remember that he was the first one to ever try to get it. And he did buy it once I got the setting right. You know what I'm saying? So he was always on top of stuff. He was always like on Facebook, keeping us posted on stuff. He'll just call you sometimes just to see how you doing. You know, most people at ABT, and ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying, because that's what I'm here for. When they call me, they do ask how I'm doing, but, you know, it's usually like a biblical discussion or whatever. But sometimes I'm like, what's up, Felix? Like, what's on your mind, what you want to know? And he's just like, man, nothing, Josh, man. I just calling to see how you doing, man. You know, nothing, really. And I'm like, well, appreciate that, man. You know what I'm saying? So when it hurts me deeply because it's like, and I know God take whoever he want to take. We ain't got no control over that. It's all his will, and no matter what he does, at the end of the day, praise God. That's how we look at it. But, I just got to say, man, we lost another good one. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was one of the good ones. You sometimes you get angry. You get even angry with God. I did a class on that about being angry with God and showed that there's nothing wrong with being angry with God as long as you don't sin. That's actually in the Bible. You read about a lot of patriarchs and prophets that were literally mad at God. They disagreed with God. They didn't like his will. And I get like that sometimes. And I got like that with this Felix situation. And I was like, why you got to take Felix? Why you can't take one of these fools who murdering people or one of these crackheads who ain't really even doing anything with their life? Why you got to take one of the good ones? But then I remember that we serve a God who can see infinitely past what's going on right now. You follow what I'm saying? So even though we can't see it now, because I know I don't, then, that doesn't mean that this didn't happen for a reason that's going to benefit us in the long run. Because if Felix were here right now, he'd be telling us, like, don't feel bad for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a better place. He'd tell us that because that's just the type of person he was. He loved his kids. You know what I'm saying? He was always giving good advice. Like I tell people all the time, I don't know anybody who had anything bad to say about this brother, who had anything bad to say about Felix. I've even seen Felix interact with people on social media who didn't like ABT, but they didn't know Felix was a part of ABT because it's not something he really advertised, not because he was ashamed, but because, he wanted people to see him and not his church affiliation. Just look at me. Don't start prejudging me. Oh, you with Josh, you with Antoine, you ABT. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. So what he do, he just approach people, and they be attacking us, and he just come on and he just be like, well, consider this. Or did you think about this? And I would see these people's aggression and rage just distinguish. It'll just go away because he had that gift. Like when you talk to Felix, unless you just the biggest a-hole in the world, there's no way you can talk to this guy and just want to hate him when you can see he's talking to you with love. He's not trying to embarrass you. He's not trying to make you feel stupid. He just wants you to consider the other view, the other side, and at the end of the day, we can still shake, hug, and go about our business. That's one of the things that Felix influenced me with a lot. And what that was is, when these people come at you, Josh, even if they wrong, you ain't got to hate them. You follow what I'm saying? You ain't got to be mad at them. What you should try to do is just try to let them see what you're talking about, and at the end of the day, no matter what happens, shake it out, hug it out, and go on about our business, because he's one of the few brothers who understood that just because we don't agree on everything in this word doesn't mean I'm your enemy. Don't mean you got to hate me. Don't mean I got to hate you. Because a lot of people, especially, we on Debate Talk for You, and I'm just going to keep it real, on Debate Talk for You and on Sarnetta and on Solar Vision, and this is not a shot at any one of these three platforms. I'm talking about the people. But a lot of people on these platforms, they feel like, if you don't agree with me, then that means you are deliberately trying to deceive people. You're deliberately an evil person. Felix didn't seem to see anybody like that. Felix's whole mindset was, well, maybe they just don't see what I see, or maybe they're not there yet. You follow what I'm saying? But
and John,
go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I'll say, and you know what? The whole time he always knew. Because just real quick, when we were up in New York the last time, there was a guy, a Jamaican guy that lived across the street that would cook for my aunt. Well, she's my fiance's aunt, but he would come over there and barbecue, get on the grill and stuff like that, and cook for everybody when they came over. And so when Felix was over there, he was in the back. He was just talking and rambling. And to me, I just like hearing Jamaican people talk anyway. Yeah, I don't care what they're talking about. I just like to hear him say stuff. And so he's just back there rambling, going on. He started going in on religion and the Bible a little bit. And me and Felix just sitting right there next to each other. So my ears kind of perked up while he was talking. Like, all right, brother, I was listening to you. Now you starting to talk a little reckless. And he said something about, he said, said the Bible, all of that stuff is a bunch of BS, basically. And then I was like, what? And then Felix tapped me on my leg. He's like to say, like, don't say nothing. Just like, don't do it. And I looked over at him, and he kind of like smiled at me, just shook his head, just said, just wait, just let him finish. And he let me, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna let him finish. I'm gonna let him go on. So the whole we let him finish saying his whole spiel, and I was about to say something myself. So I'm getting ready. I'm in mode now. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna hit him with this real quick, and going for the haymaker. But instead of that, Felix jumped in front of me in my conversation. He said, well, what made you think the way that you think now? How did you get to this point? And he turned that whole, with the guy was about to go into a whole negative conversation, it turned into a positive conversation. So the guy was saying, like, well, it's not necessarily the Bible that I have a problem with. Is what people be doing and people be saying about this, that, and then it completely changed the whole narrative of the conversation. And, man, it's so crazy when you think about stuff like that. Just you bring up examples. Like, I had the same experience that I had with him and physically had with him. He tapped me. He grabbed my knee and like kind of shook it, like, don't say nothing. And that's just it's so funny because we were literally just talking about how much we enjoy talking, listening to people speak with that Jamaican accent. And cause every time me and him would speak, he was like, greetings, brethren, wagwan. Every time we talked to each other, that's how we greeted each other on the phone. Like, greetings, brethren. Cause I was telling like, we love listening to how Jamaicans talk. And every time we spoke to each other, it was the same greeting every single time, even when we met in person. I mean, every time it was. And we're about to listen to Jamaican. I was like, man, you don't understand. This is I like being in heaven for me. Listen to this guy talk. I was in La La Land. Listening to the guy to a whole nother level. He tapped me, and then he subtly redirected the entire conversation. And I'm like, whoa, what just happened here? But instead of just, coming out proving that this dude is some kind of, you don't know what you're talking about and all this stuff, he was changing the whole narrative. Because we're in a really nice environment, so everybody's having a good time, but he was kind of bringing a little negativity. I was going to shut the door on it. And Felix was like, yeah, he's like, man, don't even worry about that dude like that. He's like, that's why I wanted to try to get him to talk about something else, because he don't know what he's talking about. He knows that this dude, but he just completely changed it. I was like, that was moving. I learned that then, I was like, because I'm ready to jump in somebody and having a conversation. Like, okay, let's have a conversation. Let's talk about stuff. Especially in person, because it's hard that it's rare that you get those in there for me anyway. So when I do get one, I'm like, okay, let's talk about it. But Peter's like, nope, don't even do it. He's like, I come across these people in New York all the time. He was like, just don't even worry about it. And watching him change that conversation was like mind blowing. I was like, whoa, dude just changed the game right there. But yeah, that was it.
And I've seen them do it on social media, which to me is even harder because you ain't really sitting down looking in people's eyes, and we all know that people tend to be bigger jerks when they're hiding behind a computer. You follow what I'm saying? And I've seen him just calm people of such aggressive confrontational spirits. Like I said, when he first came on Pal Talk, his words, just the way he typed in his words, you could see that this was a genuine brother that really did care. I remember, and I know Sal might speak on this, when Sal was sick and he was in the hospital, right? And I wanted to go see Sal. And I'm not afraid or ashamed to admit to anybody that, I just didn't have the money to just fly up there. And I know I could have reached out and just asked anybody at ABT, and in a few hours or even a few minutes, they would all pitch in and be like, hey, go on up there and see Sal. But I ain't want to, burden anybody for me. You know what I'm saying? Because, ABT people got my back. You know what I'm saying? And I always have. So what happened is I just put a text message out, and I say, yo, anybody who's in New York, you know what I'm saying? I ain't specified anybody. I ain't single anybody out. I just told them, y'all, Sal sick, he in the hospital. Anybody at ABT who's in New York, I put it on a group thread on the text messages. Please, just go see Sal for me. I would do it myself if I could. Please go do it. Felix didn't even, I don't even think, I could be remembering this wrong, but I don't even think he responded back and I got you, Josh. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, on Marco Polo, because we all got this little Marco Polo, we be having these videos, sharing stuff. Next thing you know, on Marco Polo, Sal uploaded a video of him in the hospital, had on the gown and everything, just saying, "Shalom, ABT family, what's up?" What have you. Then he pans the camera over. He let us know, yeah, somebody came and visited me. And he pans the camera over. And this is on Facebook, so y'all can check this out. There goes Felix right there, sitting right next to him. Didn't even tell me he was going to do it. Didn't even tell me. Didn't even say, "I got you, Josh," trying to get any kind of recognition for it. He just did it and just let everybody know after the fact. And he didn't even let us know. I mean, I don't know if he let anybody else know. He didn't even tell me. I found out from Sal that Felix came to visit him. You know what I'm saying? And Sal, if I'm not mistaken, and you can chime in on this, didn't he go to the wrong hospital first or something?
Yeah, he ended up going to a whole other hospital first, man. I'm like, nah, I'm not over there. I'm over here,
Right.
Like, oh, and he came right over in an hour. He came right over to the hospital to come see me, man. And actually, he saw me twice in the hospital. And he actually was going to see me a third time, but he had to go work and stuff like that. But when the brother came through, man, we had a good time in the hospital. And I'm just glad I got the footage. When you take these videos, and sometimes I'm so glad that the technology is the way it is, because after hearing this news, I watched that video a couple times. I mean, a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Man, just seeing my brother Felix and how happy he was to be there for me. And what I didn't mention to you guys, when he left the second time, when he went to go home, he was like, "Yo, Sal, I got something for you, man." That brother put $200 in my hand, bro. And I was like, "Yo, bro, nah, man,
wow.
I don't want this." He's like, "Yeah."
I did not even know that.
Man. He was like, "Nah, man, take it, bro. Take it, man." That brother gave me $200, bro. Right there in the hospital bed. Yeah,
wow.
So.
This is my first time hearing about that. I knew he came to visit you, and didn't he bring you some type of green drink to drink? Some
Some kind of health drink, you know what I mean? A couple greens,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's all on Facebook.
Gave you some green and some other kind of green.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
He showed up. See, that's a good brother, Sal. I'm telling you, that was a good brother, man. He did that. Nobody asked him to go that far with it. I mean, that's who he was, Sal, man. I mean, that man showed up. You know what I'm saying? And when he showed up like, he wanted to encourage you because, we all know that when people get sick, you know what I'm saying, sometimes it affects them financially. You can't get out and work if you're sick, if you're injured. You just can't do it. And that lets you see the thoughtfulness this brother had. This dude, I don't know Sal's situation, but I know enough to know that if he's up in this hospital, he ain't out working nowhere, which means he probably ain't out making no money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to throw him something because our brother need us. You know what I'm saying? And he came and visited Sal twice. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just the type of person that he was. I mean, I just wish so many more people at ABT and even outside of ABT, had an opportunity to meet this brother, because he wasn't one of these guys just walking around with a Bible just trying to show out how much knowledge he got, or try to make you feel inferior because he knows something that you don't. That was not Felix at all. I mean, Felix didn't even I know how people even tell me I might even come off like that. I swear to y'all, I don't try to. But I can understand why people would say, "Josh, you come off like that, like you arrogant, like you know that." Felix never even gave the impression of that when you talk to this brother. I mean, never. It was amazing, his spirit, his whole just demeanor. Like, you learn it from this dude, and then you walk away from the conversation like, you know what? This dude just straight shut me down, but I feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the way you're supposed to be. Like, Felix made you feel good about being shut down by him because it was like he was just so. I tell people all the time, this is me personally, I don't believe in apologetics. If you know about Christian apologetics, the word tells you what it's referring to. It's kind of like you are explaining your faith in a apologetic way. And, apologetic means like you're sorry. Well, I don't do apologetics because I'm not sorry for what I believe, But when you talk about being an apologetic, it also means that, you're trying to bring it to people who have objections, but you're trying to do it in a loving and sincere way. It also means that. It still means like you're sorry, that you're offending people for what you believe, but it is what it is. I don't apologize for that. But when it came to Felix, he was the very definition of an apologetic. You know, like, you know, he came in a very sincere and generous way. He never made you feel like he was out to get you. Even when he was questioning, you know how some people, Antoine and Sal, you know how some people question you just try to set you up. You know what I'm saying? You know, like these set up questions or these loaded questions. You know, when I saw Felix going back and forth with people online and he would ask them questions, even if it was stuff he disagreed with them on, you could even tell by the way he's asking the questions. People try to accuse him, like, you trying to, where are you going? He said, no, I'm serious. Like, I'm not trying to do anything to you. I'm just asking you, you said this in your video or you posted this on Facebook, and I'm just saying, I looked at this, and I just want to know. You know, I'm not coming at you like I know or I think you don't know. I'm just telling you this what you said. This is my research. Now, I just want to bring the two together, and you got to make this make sense to me. And he didn't even say it like that. He was like, you gotta. He was just like, you had to be there. You had to read it, or you had to hear it. The way he chose his words was so strategic. You follow what I'm saying? Like, he really had a gift at the right thing to say.
He did. He's so smooth with it, and it was almost like a ninja type thing. Like he done stabbed you. He done stabbed you 300 times, and you don't even know it till he gone. And like, what just happened? That's literally just how it was, man. And another thing, man, a lot of people don't even know this. He was one of the biggest driving factors trying to get us to leave from Blog Talk. Leave from Power Talk to go to Blog Talk. He was like so supportive and so behind that. And then he even went and made a video put on YouTube for anybody who wants to follow. Like, if you want to follow Absolute Bible Truth, because he was so excited about the move. And it's the only video he ever made on YouTube. But he went there, he made that video. He was like, if anybody wants to follow, we're not going to be on Power Talk anymore. We're going to be on Blog Talk. This is how you get to us. You go to Blog Talk Radio. He made a whole video about it. I mean, he was calling me about it. He was so excited about making that video. It turned out really well. And it's still up there on YouTube today. In fact, I went and watched it a few days back. I went back and just watched it again. And, man, it's I tell you what, he was so excited about that move, as were a lot of people. When things are moving and changing, people get, pretty excited. But he was one of the biggest driving people behind that trying to push that train. Like, all right, we need to leave Power Talk and go ahead and go to Blog Talk. Power Talk used to give us nightmares sometimes.
Oh, yes, sir.
It used to give us, man. When we moved on, it was like anything electronic. Felix was trying to get us out. Hey, look, we got to figure out something to get Josh and Mike. So we're in the Power Talk. He was big time with that too. Like, we got to get him a new mic. We got to do something.
Right. Anything to help the productivity.
Yeah, getting that word, and that's all going back to him wanting to help get the word out and get the message across to people. That way they could, go out and check it out. And when he got out the training the first time he came and met us, Sal, when you came and you met up with us too, he got off the train earlier that day when he was on the train, and he got off and he walked up to me. It was like, because we were waiting on him at the end of the street as he was walking off, and he said, he's like, here you go, man. After we spoke, he's like, hey, man, look, I got this for you. He pulled out his pocket. It was a pamphlet for one of them One West camps. I was like, man, if you don't get this out of here, what is this? He said, no, he said, man, I was just playing, man. Dude on the train just gave it to me. And I was like, for real? And because, I ain't never seen them dudes in person like that. I was like, for real? Like, I'm like a little kid. Like, for real? I was like, what'd you say to him? He's like, I ain't say nothing. I just told him where I go to, where I study at. I said, thank you for the pamphlet. And that was it. I was like, that's all you said? Like, you didn't say nothing? And he was like, nah, I just told him where I studied at, and I just kept it moving. I was like, dang. Like, wow. I was like, I need to get to that point, because I would have been so giddy ready to talk to him, ask him questions, and all of this stuff, and I wanted to, but he just had a different spirit about him that was just so subtle, and it was like ninja. Like, I'm guaranteed that guy would ask him questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been. Like, he was surgical with it, man. He was really surgical with it, man. But
that's what y'all know. We got some callers standing by. A lot of callers pressing 1. So whenever y'all ready, you can go to the phone lines. But you can continue.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that he was one of the people who I used to say at ABT, man. That I just say like, man, I'm glad he on our team. You know what I'm saying? I have to say that, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because boy, I would hate to have had to debate Felix. Y'all just don't know. Like, yes, I'm telling y'all, he would have gave me a hard time. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was that nasty with it. Like, you know, I'm just glad he had the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because if he was like on somebody else's side but had that same skill and methodology, he would have gave your boy a run. He would have gave me. I've seen Felix one time. I think he did. Did he have a debate before on Debate Talk for you, Sal? Did he, or a show or something? Felix?
Yeah, he had a dialogue. Yeah, he had a dialogue on the show, but not a debate. But it was kind of heated.
Yeah, I knew it was
heated.
Yeah, you know, if you ever remember what that is, you know, let everybody know, you know, post that, let them know. But, you know, and I was listening to that dialogue, and I was like, oh, my God, listen to Felix. Like, listen to the way he just wording something like, man, that dude. And I always wanted to put him out there more because, you know me, I'm like a talent agent, man. I see talent, and you already digging what I do. Brother Josh going to put you to work. He going to find something for you to do. And Horn to tell you that. That's how I get down. Like, you know, I don't try to stifle nobody. I'm not like one of them dudes who be at these other churches or camps where he want everybody looking at them. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm slick lazy. I'd be like, shoot, Antoine can do this? Man, Antoine, you go talk about this, man. I'm just going to chill. You know, LeVar, you know what I'm saying? Kevin, Elder David, you know what I'm saying? Jeff, everybody else at ABT, you know what I'm saying? You know, Big Baby, they'll tell you in a minute. You know, if I see you got any kind of talent that can be used by the ministry, y'all already know Josh going to snatch you up. They already know that. And if it's teaching or reading or just being able to break stuff down, one thing we forgot to tell him is, too, Felix was an excellent researcher, Antoine. Don't forget to tell him that. That man's research was top-notch.
And listen, it's crazy you just put that together like that because I remember I was reading back to those old messages. I was like, Felix, man, you want to come on Debate Talk for you? I was like, man, you got to come on there with me or with LeVar or somebody. This was like me and LeVar first. Was like going out there, stepping out there, doing our lessons and stuff, and discussions and debates. And I was like, Felix, dude, you need to be out here doing this with us as well. And he said, man, I don't know if I can commit to it right now, but right now, because right now I'm so focused on, you know, running this book. He had a page on Facebook called the Book of the Upright, the Book of Jasher, and he was running that group, that Facebook group, and he was going into research in Jasher. He was also our Jasher go-to guy. If I had a question about Jasher, I'm going to Felix or Elder David because I know they knew a lot about Jasher. And but Felix had a whole page that he was running with the Book of Jasher. Anytime I had a question, or we'd be having a discussion, like we used to be on Ubu back in the day. We just started going on Zoom, and we'll have a discussion, and we're talking about something like, yeah, Jasher talks about that too. We're like, really? Like, yeah, let's go pull it up. We go read it in Jasher and go check it out. But he was, the research that he would go in, he would dig and find something, pull something out of nowhere. I'm like, where did you find this at? And he was like, yeah, man, this was written here. Or I looked this word up. This word right here actually means this right here. Or this translation, this word is supposed to be, this was parsed out this way. I'm like, this dude right here, he be on it. You know what I'm saying? Then I wouldn't hear from him. He was sick with it, boy. He was sick with it. He was. But yeah, besides, you said people put the person. Well, I don't know about you, Josh. I want to hear it. We know what everybody else.
Yes, sir.
Want to share and say.
All right, we're about to go to the phone lines once again. This is a tribute show to my brother Felix. We miss you, brother. We love you, and we're gonna go to the phone lines. And like I said, I'm glad I got some footage of the brother, and I forever will have this audio in my queue, and I'm about to play that before we go to the people, so we can hear from my brother Felix.
Hey, what's going on? This is Felix, also known as Enoch, student at Absolute Bible Truth, and I'd like to give a big shout out to Showtime and Debate Talk for You. I'm a frequent listener, been listening since season 1. Keep doing your thing, and for everybody out there who can hear this, send in your donations so Debate Talk for You could go on for a long time. All right, y'all. Peace.
All right. Let's go to the people, y'all. Once again, the number is 319-527-6239. Want to hear from the family out there. Let's go to 224-636. You're live.
Hello, how you doing? You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's going on?
How you doing? My name's Aaron, it'll be kind of short. I don't really know too much about Felix. I've dealt with him a little bit with some of the other guys from ABT on Zoom. And when I first started dealing with ABT through the text message group, he sent me his name, his number right away, and he said if I need anything, I can hit him up or whatever. So the little bit that I did kind of get to interact with him, definitely had a good vibe from him, a kind of chill spirit, and so I just wanted to call and give my condolences and tell you guys, I'm sorry, and I know how it is to lose someone, but also wanted to encourage, maybe the listeners and some brothers from ABT. In 1 Thessalonians 4:13 through 14, it says, but we do not want you to be uninformed, brothers, about those who are asleep, that you may not grieve as others do who have no hope. For since we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so, through Jesus, God will bring with him those who have fallen asleep. And that's all I had. I appreciate you guys. Shabbat shalom and shalom.
Praise God. Shabbat shalom.
Thanks, Aaron.
And thank you.
All right, we appreciate you calling in, brother. We appreciate you. Like I said, anybody that knew Felix could call in. That number, 319-527-6239. Let's go to 845-665. You're live.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hi, this is Stanley Sylvain. How everybody doing today?
Stanley the Manly. What's up?
What's going on, my brother Stan?
Hey, what's going on? It's great hearing your voices, man. Well, just to bring it up to talk about Felix, my brief encounter with I when Sal was in the hospital, he actually reached out to me to get some information about where Sal is and everything, because he said he was in town and he wanted to get to Sal. So I had collected a lot of the information from Sal, because Josh is the one that actually told me about brother Sal and his health and stuff like that. I heard it from Josh, and he told me, because you're Sal's friend, Stan, you grew up with Sal, if you can you just manage and how all the information. So that's how I collected all the info. So I guess that encouraged Felix to reach out to me personally. And I'm on the phone, guys. I'm on the phone. Personally, so to provide info so he can be out there. So he happened to be in New York at the time. So when that happened, he said, "Hey, Stanley, where's his room? Blah blah blah." And then Sal gave me all the info. I passed it over to him. And when I saw the video, and saw him and Sal together, it just brought a lot of joy to my heart. And to Sal to add that information over, that he provided him even money to put in his pocket, you just don't understand. I don't know Felix a lot, but that little action alone of what he did exemplified such character that speaks volumes. He didn't have to do that. And the fact that he did that from his voluntarily, and Josh added, he didn't even talk about it. It just shows the kind of individual that we lost was an amazing man. He was an amazing man. And what hurts me a lot is that I'm very emotional, so my voice is shaking. Forgive me for that. Is that when an individual when I'm so sorry about that. I had a cousin. He was in his early 20s, and he was killed. It crushed me because I saw a future for him. You know, I didn't know Felix long enough to really know who he was. But the fact that he went out the way he did, it really hurt me a lot. But I know we never know exactly how we're going to leave this planet. But I tell you, it's hard sometimes to separate the spiritual side with the human side. And it caught me off guard to hear that he went out the way he did. And that means, in my mind, he could have had more time if, things were done carefully. But right now, we're gonna focus on the good that he's done and the positivity. I never heard him in a negative state. Every time I heard from him, every time I heard him speak, and to hear what Josh had stated and Antoine had stated about him, and Sal, it just add more and more joy to my heart to know that, I always say, if heaven can't be more perfect, we just made it more perfect just now by adding one more perfect soul there. He was a great man. And
Amen.
Brothers and sisters, hey, praise God. Brothers and sisters, I want to encourage everybody. And this is not a business trip and things like that. This is a ministry. When I say get yourself some life insurance, don't focus on no GoFundMe accounts. Get life insurance. Leave a gift behind for your loved ones so that they don't have to scramble for money, and to help you live, to give you a really good burial. It doesn't cost a lot. It's a sacrifice that's needed, just like a bill. Again, it's not a business trip, whether it's through me or someone else. It doesn't matter. The point is, make sure that's done, because I lost a lot of people: my mom, my dad, my brother, my cousin, and none of them had life insurance. And trust me, it hurts the family. And so
yes, it does.
And you don't know when you're gonna go. And I'm sure Felix had no idea that would have been his last day. We don't know when ours. And Sal almost left us too. You know what I mean? So we just need to just get ourselves prepared and before Hezekiah left this world, Isaiah told him, "You're gonna die, but first get your house in order." So that's right. Something that we have to understand before we leave, that things have to be done in decent and in order. But he's a great man, and you guys keep doing what you're doing. My condolences to the ABT group, which I'm part of now. By the way, I'm making that public.
Yes, sir.
I'm part of the ABT.
Yes,
right
sir.
Now. And my condolences to all the brothers and sisters that are part of the ABT, and the family and friends and relatives, everybody that was connected to Felix or are now finding out about who this great man was. My condolences to every one of you. And just like Antoine says, I love every single one of you. God bless you all. Take care.
And we love you too, Brother Stanley.
Yeah, very cool,
you know that. Stanley the Manly.
Hey, Stanley left a message on the Marco Polo, and Stanley, trust me, I felt your pain. I had to redo my Marco Polo because I just couldn't make it through it. Just my emotions were moved. I just couldn't make it through. Even just now when Sal played that audio clip, I can't explain it, man. But
I felt it in my chest. Man, when I heard that, because I remembered it, but I didn't think about it for so long. And Sal don't play that so many times before, but it's kind of like, when he played it that one time, I was like, even in the little promo, he's still telling people, man, donate, look out for Sal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Support Debate Talk for you so it can keep you. He was just such a selfless individual. He was always thinking about other people first and how he could help them. I mean, like, me and Antoine, we watch wrestling. You know what I'm saying? We some wrestling fans. If Felix was any wrestler, we call him the total package. You know what I'm saying? That's because, you know, he had it all. The brother had charm. The brother had style. He had swag. You know what I'm saying? He actually cared about people. He was humble. He was generous. You know what I'm saying? He contributed. Man, did he contribute a lot. Y'all just don't know how far Felix helped this ministry get. You know, Felix was there from, like, think about it, Antoine. Felix is one of the original, one of the OGs of ABT. Because, you know, Felix first showed up on Pal Talk, and that was the first official outlet ABT ever had, and Felix was around back then. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't no Johnny come lately member. Like, this dude been with us through thick and thin. You know, when it was 10 people showing up on Pal Talk, or if it was 30 or 50 people showing up, that didn't stop Felix. Felix showed up, and he was still telling people, yo, like, people come in crazy, come on, man, respect the speaker, man, come on, man, you know. Or if they were polite, yeah, man, we do this every week, man, y'all need to come out. Y'all need to come out, man. Like, you know, that's who Felix was. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was, man, you know. But if you got another caller, star supporter.
Yeah, and it wasn't just us either. I'm telling y'all. I mean, he would send videos to people of it. If he thought it was like a good breakdown or something, he would send it to them. Like, look how this brother just broke this down. I remember the brother Daniel Ben Yaakov did a video a long time ago. Can't remember the exact topic it was on, but they went into some history and some research. And I remember I'm watching on the thread. He was like, go check this out right here. And like I said, he introduced me to the brothers up there in New York, Knesset, Zadok, them, as far as that their ministry and stuff like that. He was promoting people like it, you know, like you know, all the time, promoting Style Show. You know, like, go check out Debate Talk for you. Go check this out. Check out this. Even the last debate you just had, Josh, I didn't tell you this either. I didn't even know if Felix was listening to the class in our group chat, but we were listening to it. And I remember Kev had called in and was having a dialogue with the brother you were debating. And when Kev got off the phone, out of nowhere, Felix just popped up and said, good call, Kev. and you said something else afterwards. And then probably like a couple moments after that, Sal played his audio, that same clip right there, like during the break time. And I remember Felix used to get, if there's anything I ever see him get vexed about, concerning the word, I remember, it's like people not supporting Debate Talk for you. He's like, I don't understand.
Yes.
Sal need to be doing like live debates, live shows. Like, his stuff is better than that other place up there in New York that's doing debates and all that stuff. Like, Sal can shut the whole game down. And he's like, I don't understand why people don't support. Like, they want to come on the show, they want to, you know, take all the time, you want to get themselves some shine and their ministry some shine, but they don't want to donate. They don't want to help them out. They don't want to do stuff behind the scenes to help out the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, you know, he was really that would work him up.
Still true today.
Yep.
Still, hey.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah, but Stan, you're still on the air, Stanley. You want to say anything?
Oh no, that's okay. I think I said it was really difficult to get through, you know, but I made it through. But one thing to add is that in that video, he actually purposely went out and get some organic, healthy drink for Sal. You know, the boring drinks. But, you know, all he cared about was that Sal get healed. And that's all he cared about.
Exactly.
He ain't get the thing that made him taste good. No, you know what I'm saying? He was like a yeah.
That's why I call him
like a fatherly figure, you know? You're making sure that you get your veggies, you know what I'm saying? That was
exactly.
Really great.
His mission, Sal, was getting you up out this hospital. That was his mission.
Yeah, I got a message on Facebook from Letitia Nettles. She's trying to call in. I think she's an international caller. If you're listening, you got to call in via Skype, or you can actually download Google Voice, and you can call in that way if you're listening to the show. All right. But let's go to the next caller. We got a Skype call on the line. Skype caller, you live. All right, can you hear me? Skype caller, are you there?
Hey, Shabbat Shalom. Can you hear me?
Hey, what's up, man? We know what that is. What's going on?
Hey, Shabbat Shalom, family. How y'all doing?
Hey, Shabbat Shalom, man.
Peace to the ABT family. Peace to Brother Josh, Brother Twan.
Peace, my brother.
Anonymous Hebrew. Yeah, bro. Peace to everybody.
Hey, yeah.
If you don't know, it's A9, Anonymous Hebrew. You know, man, just sitting here listening to this, and I'm thinking about Felix's family right now. You know, obviously condolences to the family members. You know, going through something like that right now, like me personally, I just thinking about the pain of losing somebody. You know what I mean? And then the day-to-day, day in and day out that we kind of don't think about, or we do think about, but it doesn't hit home. You know, the financial aspects of it, like paying for multiple funerals and all of this stuff. Like it's, you know, my heart really goes out to them. And, you know, I implore us all to continue to pray for them through the grieving process. You know, that's something that, even though we think about it, it's almost hard to be in that moment with them unless you're going through it personally at that time. Because even when you remove from something that happened in the past, you almost, you know, to continue to go forward, you kind of bury it. So, you know, my heart goes out to them. We are praying for you guys. We are definitely going to keep you in our prayers. I'll just briefly say, I didn't get a chance to speak to the brother, but I've heard so much about him. It's like one of those things where you hear so much about a person, you almost feel like you know him, number one. But the brother Felix had such a transcendent personality that now it has now touched your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've heard so much about him that it is in different ways made me want to get better, get closer to the Most High, get stronger in the Word, get stronger in my ability to respond to those that are being negative. You know, a lot of times you hear lip service when people are no longer with us, but you hear kind of different stories sometimes. But the amazing part about the brother's journey is that we keep hearing the same message over and over. Just, you know, this gentle spirit that cares about people, that has always done his best to present the Word of God properly. And you know, God willing, if it's my time to go, I will pray that I have something to be said like that. But I would never be spoken of, I think, in the way that this brother's spoken of, in just the terms of his ability to remain calm and always diffuse the situation and always be bring this upliftment to any conversation. And that's a testament to his walk with God and to his desire to want to bring light into the world. So I pray for the family. We celebrate the brother's life. I know I haven't spoken and been in the Zooms and stuff with the ABT family lately, but I have been watching and paying attention. I got a lot going on right now. So trust me, fellas, like, I'm grieving with us all. I'm grieving with you all, but we are definitely praying for the family. I appreciate you, Sal, for doing this for a brother that has been so influential in everyone's life. And those that haven't seen the video or didn't even know, like before we saw the video, those of us that are close to the situation, the situation behind the scenes of when Sal was sick in the hospital, and shout out to that brother Stanley, because I remember we was trying to get in touch with brother Stanley, and we couldn't get in touch with him. But, you know, word still had got to him, and, you know, it was me, like Zadok, B.A., Josh, on the phone. We was putting stuff together. And I think it was like either the next day, Josh, or the day after, we're like, we just hear that Felix is up there at the hospital.
So yeah, he got there quick. Like, he didn't waste any time.
Right. He got there so quick. And so it was just, for me, that was just a testament to how strong and loving and caring the community at ABT is, just in terms of really caring about others. And, you know, it's time for us to do the same in return and be there and love on his family. Not just for today, not just for next week, but in the whole grieving process. So we are praying for y'all. We are grieving with y'all. You know, let us know what we can do to continue to help. And for those that knew him personally, we're praying for y'all as well, because a lot of us have these outward experiences of we heard so much about him, but it's different. Like, I've seen pictures of the brother with Antoine, and you know what I'm saying, and so to see that and know that he physically touched, and with brother Ariel, just a bunch of different brothers. So to know that he has physically touched all of these people's lives, for me, it's just a testament to his contribution and his dedication to this. So, once again, we're praying for everybody involved. We are grieving, but we are also grateful because we know that he was a believer. So we know what that means for him in eternity. So, once again, thank you, everybody, for doing it. You know what it is. Josh, Antoine, obviously, Brother Sal, I love all y'all. Peace to ABT family. Peace to Debate Talk for you. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Love you too, brother.
Praise God. Love you too.
No doubt, man. Much love to you, man. We got some more people standing by. There's a tribute show for Felix. You know that number, 319-527-6239. Let's go to the next caller. Let's go to 347-491. You're live. 347-491. Are you there? All right, going once. 347.
They might be muted.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, 347. You might be muted. Unmute yourself. 347-491. All right. I'm going to come back to that caller. All right, let's go to 530-434. You're live.
Greetings and much love to B.A. Ben Abraham of the Sacramento. I'll try to be quick. I remember when I first met Felix, it was me and Ashanti. Me and Ashanti used to get together on Friday nights on the Zoom. This is back in 2014, 2015. And at the time, Ashanti, it would be every Friday night. And she was like, yo, B.A., come into the Zoom account, onto the Zoom hangout. I got a brother by the name of Felix, man, we studying the Hebrew language. Okay, cool. Then I would bring in Wayne Barnes, also known as King Yeshaya. So all four of us used to hook up every Friday and Saturday night. And we used to build in the Hebrew language. Well, of course, Ashanti and Felix were a little bit more well-versed than me and Yeshaya. But we used to open up the concordance, and Ashanti would open up the Brown Drivers and Briggs Hebrew lexicon. Felix would do the same thing, and we would just study Hebrew words. And the reason why we were doing it, because we were challenging each other, and not in a negative way, but we were challenging each other to stand firm in Mashiach. Because at this time, this is when Josh and Zadok and a lot of the Messianic brothers was going toe-to-toe with all these dudes who was just going Torah only. And it was like an abundance of dudes rejecting Christ. So what we were doing, Ashanti and Felix had started putting together a whole bunch of little projects. We're going to prove that Yeshua is the Messiah. We're just going to do it through the Hebrew language. We're just going to do it through that to the Hebrew. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. But through the Hebrew language, period. And then I got a chance to know Enoch. He told me about a story when he was, I believe he told me he was a GLCC. That's what he started off with. He said he knew Ricard. He talked about it to share the story with me. And most definitely, Felix was always humble. That's what I remember about the brother. He was humble. You know what I mean? He spoke well, had that gentle spirit, always, and he always spoke highly about Josh. Every single time, he always spoke highly about Josh. He said he was proud that Josh was his teacher. He said he loved Josh, and he said he would do anything he can, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that whatever Josh needed, he would do his best to do it. Those are the words he told me. And then me and him, we connected on Facebook a few times. I remember when my kid's mother passed away, Felix was one of the few people that reached out. He reached out to me personally saying, man, hey, I love you, bro, and I'm most definitely going to pray for you. And I told the brother, I thank you, brother, and I love you too. And I know for a while he kind of fell back from Facebook a little bit. But every so often I would see the brother on Facebook every once in a while. And every now and then I would hear him in the ABT classes because, you know, I do the Knesset, then I do the Brothers in Absolute Bible Truth. I do both classes. So, and when I heard of him passing away, it just shocked the hell out of me. Matter of fact, me and Sean was on the phone. And she was like, yo, B.A., man, I just got this hit. on Facebook saying that Felix passed away. And I was in shock. I damn near dropped the phone. And I couldn't believe it. It was just like someone just took the words from, just like took it. Like someone just came and hit me in my chest hella hard. And the air was gone. It just shocked the hell out of me. And, yeah, it was crazy, man. And like I said, I always remember him being humble and always being well respectful and well mannered. And much love to his family. And most high willing, brother, I will see you in the kingdom. And with that, I'm gonna fall back. I love y'all, brothers, and shalom.
Love you too, brother B.A. Shalom to you too.
Love you too, man.
All right, once again, that number is 319-527-6239. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it together over here, man.
I know it's rough, man. You know, that was a good. I'm telling y'all, man. We lost a good one. When I say we, I don't mean just ABT. I mean like the world. Y'all understand what I'm saying, man? It's people who God have in this world, you know, and some people make it a better place, some people make it a worse place, you know, and the world just got a little bit worse when we lost Felix. You know what I'm saying? You know, because he was one of the ones that made it better. You know, like, he was a good dude. Like, to have known him was to automatically love him. He didn't have an enemy in the world that I knew of. He was just a good brother, man, and you just don't have good brothers like this these days, you know, like in abundance. It's just not that many of them. You know what I'm saying? You know, and ABT, you know, except for the recent expansion, we really didn't have that many people. You follow what I'm saying? So, you know, when we lose somebody like that, man, you know, when you got a big congregation, and I'm not saying that big congregations don't see people, but when you got a little tight knitted small group like what we got, you know what I'm saying? You know, especially the faithful ones that been around from day one, and you lose one, you feel it. You know what I'm saying? You notice it. You know what I'm saying? They weren't like Felix, which Felix? The Felix that stay in Arizona, like which Felix you talking about? You know, no, it's only one Felix, and we all used to talk to him on a regular basis. So your presence is missed. Like, it's not something we just gonna get over. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be like, well, you know, Felix gone, y'all, but you know, keep it moving. No, man, that brother was involved. He was one of us. Like, he was part of the body. Like, we lost a major organ. You know what I'm saying? In the body. You know what I'm saying? Like, we lost a lung. We lost a kidney. You know what I'm saying? Like, Felix was not just filling a chair. This brother contributed. He made this ministry what it is today. He helped make it what it is today. He used to call me up with questions. He used to ask me stuff. He used to give me stuff to look up. Like, he'll hit me with something. I'm like, dang, Felix, I don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, you might want to look into this, man. Somebody might hit you with this. That's who he was, but he never made me feel like he was usurp me or disrespect me. He always made me feel like he loved and respected what I do every time I interacted with him. Every single time he made me feel like he appreciated. That's another thing. Felix never took anything for granted. Never. Not the ministry, not the brothers, not the sisters. He never took anything for granted. He made everybody know and make sure that they knew that he appreciated what they did for him. And he always made me feel like that. He get on the phone with me, he'll say, man, I just appreciate you taking time to talk to me, Josh. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was one of them kind of brothers, man. So, you know, I ain't gonna lie, man, I'm angry, you know what I'm saying? And I'm, you know, there's nothing I can do, but, you know, I'm angry when you know, when people like this leave this world. You know, I'm just like Jeremiah was when he was talking to God, like, why do you do stuff like this? You know what I'm saying? You know, why we got to lose the good ones? You know what I'm saying? This brother was trying to do something, you know, but I don't disagree with God, you know, to the point where I'm sinning. I just question him like, man, why did it have to be Felix? Why couldn't it be one of them guys out there in L.A., you know, who gang banging and shooting innocent people? You know what I'm saying? Why couldn't one of them just drop dead? You know? Right. But then I had somebody tell me a long time ago, this is not anywhere in the Bible. But they said this when somebody died. You know, it was like at one of my friends' older brother funerals. And I think it was like everybody in the family had something to say about the brother who died, you know, like in his obituary, like they'll have like a quote. And one of them said something to the effect of, you know, sometimes, you got people in this world that are so good that the world don't deserve them, and God just take them out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's just something for y'all to think about. Sometimes it be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this world don't deserve you. You know what I'm saying? You need to be in heaven.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just, like I said, that's nowhere in the Bible. It's something similar to it in the Bible in Isaiah, where it talks about sometimes God will remove the righteous from this world to prevent them from the evil that's about to come. You know what I'm saying? He don't want his righteous people to have to witness it. So he'll go ahead and let them die a peaceful or a quick death, so when the drama comes, they ain't got to be alive to suffer it. You follow what I'm saying? But when I read that in the obituary, years ago, you know what I'm saying? This had to be like, oh man, almost 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And I read that made me think about it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, when you have certain people that are so good, you know what I'm saying? Like, God, like, no, I want you sitting up here right next to me. You know what I'm saying? And it be like that sometimes, So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We definitely, the world definitely lost a good brother. I feel like the world is just a little bit in worse shape because of the loss of Felix. Just like the world is, people say, man, you just made the world a better place. Like when a wicked person died, they said, man, the world is a better place. You know what I'm saying? Well, what does that mean if a righteous brother dies? That means the world is a little worse off. You know what I'm saying? Because we need more people like Felix. You know what I'm saying? We need more caring, selfless individuals who go out their way. Don't even advertise the fact that they're doing anything. I didn't even know that Felix went to see Sal. He didn't even tell me. I just sent out the APB, and he jumped right on it. You know what I'm saying? And probably would have never told me. I found out through the Marco Polo that Sal posted the video. He didn't even tell me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, Felix went out there that quick, and it was quick. Like, he jumped right on that. Stanley was telling, like, he was milking Stanley for information, like, yo, where he at? You know what I'm saying? Then the brother showed up, you know what I'm saying, tried to help Sal financially, showed up with some health drink, like, yo, man, I'm not just going to come and wish you well. I'm going to try to actually help you get well. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get up out of here. Like, his whole mission, you could just tell was, look, man, we got to get you up out of here, man. This is so temporary, Sal. You have no idea how temporary this is for you. You getting up out of here, bro. That was his whole mindset. So, y'all got to excuse us if, we feeling it and we in our, I tell anybody, we all in our feelings tonight. I don't care what you think. We all in our feelings, you know what I'm saying? But that was a good brother, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just better pray. They say, man, you blessed if you got one person like a Felix in your life. You blessed. So if you know anybody in your life that reminds you of the brother we describing, if you ain't did it in a while, get on the phone, just call that person up, or a sister. Call them up like, yo, man, I love you, man. Man, what you calling me just telling me you love me? You playing? No, man, for real. Like, like you really, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really be helping me out, man. Ain't too many people in my life who like that. So everybody out there, man, like Antoine said, you never know how much time you got left. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't did it, man, reach out to your loved ones, because I didn't get a chance. That's one of the things I was telling Antoine is. That's one of the things eating me up. I never had a chance to even say goodbye to the brother. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know he was dead for almost 2 weeks. You follow what I'm saying? Yeah. So you got to imagine how it felt for me. Like, I'm like, dang, dude, because, like I said, Felix disappears and come back. So I just thought he was just in one of his hiatuses that he usually takes. Even on the thread that we send all the information out on ABT, the little text message thread. I was looking at that today when I was reminding everybody at ABT about the show we're doing right now tonight. And I'm going through the recipients just to make sure I don't miss anybody. And Felix's name was in the recipient, his number. You know what I'm saying? Because it's that same thread we always use. And, he wasn't really commenting on anything we had been doing of late. But, that's how he does sometimes. So when I went back in that thread and I saw his name, it hit me hard. Because I was like, I almost sent him a message about the tribute we're doing to him. I came that close to doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh my God, man. It really hit me that, how recent and how sudden all of this happened. So, like I said, man, if you got some loved ones, man, like Felix, who really do for you, and worse off, you never really just told them thank you, I appreciate you, man. Soon as this show over, why are you listening? Click over, call them, reach out, let them know, man, I love you, man. I love you, girl, for real. Like, I'm not even playing right now, man, because you do so much for me, and I just want to make sure that you know that, just in case something happened to me, or just in case something happened to you. I just want you to know that before I leave or before you leave. So just take that with y'all. So you got anything else, Sal, or anybody waiting?
Yeah, we got a couple people standing by. And once again, I appreciate everybody that's calling in and, person number one, or just listening to the program. We appreciate the support. Let's go to 347-624. You're live.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, my name is Jennifer McLean. I'm Felix's older sister, one of his older sisters.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right. Thanks for, what? I wanted to really tell you, I appreciate this. This means a lot. You understand? This means a lot right now.
Praise God.
To have this platform open for my brother. I'm going to represent on his behalf because, Felix was that type of dude. Like, he was always down for a lot of things, anything positive. And, so I'm kind of stepping into Felix's world and seeing what, things was, how his life was, because I remember when he came to my house, he would always listen to some radio show. I never knew what it was, but here it is, This is it, right? I believe? Or was it a conference call?
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah, this one.
Always. Felix would go to the corner and I'm like, what is he doing on this phone? Like, what is he doing? He's listening to, like, a lot of people talking. It's just, there was a lot going on. I'm like, what is he doing? But now I see, and it's like, wow. And in that last color that was on, your message that you sent was very, very powerful. When you said pick up the phone and call your siblings, that's a lot. That right there, that was a great message, and I definitely appreciate that message. But I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what to say right now.
You want to ask some questions, Josh?
Hold on. Lisa, I see you calling. I'm gonna try to switch over, right? Hold on, all right?
All right, no problem.
Okay.
You got you.
So Lisa wants to get through. Her name is Lisa. That's one of his best friends, and she was actually there the day he passed away. So she would be like a great person to speak to as well. I don't know how to switch over the phone and put it three-way, but I don't know. So if you have any questions, because I'm not even sure what to say right now.
Well, I'll go ahead, Antoine. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, you and sister that I believe, I don't know, maybe this was years and years ago. I remember we were talking about our siblings. Did you stay like Maryland at some point?
Stay where?
Or from Maryland? In Maryland?
No.
No, not in Maryland. Okay.
No.
I don't know why he was. I don't know if it was Felix. I guess it was somebody else, but they were talking about they had a sister somewhere in Maryland, and but I guess that wasn't Felix. But I remember he spoke about him having a sister and like a nephew or somebody that he
Okay, so let me.
We were talking with. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm listening. I'm sorry.
No, I was just asking because I didn't know if that was actually Felix somebody that told me that. But I mean, like I said, it's been like years and years and years ago. I was trying to just be clear on whether or not he told me that or not. But that was it.
Okay. No, I'm not sure who he was referring to, but Felix, he actually has 10. He left behind 9. It was 10 of us altogether, but he left behind 9 siblings.
Wow.
Yeah, a handful of nieces and nephews. A lot of nieces and nephews, but yeah, those left behind a large family. And it's crazy. My brother Felix was, I don't know, he was a really, really, really great, kind-spirited person. And you know how some people just, talk and not really have much meaning behind it. But when you talk about Felix, it's like, you know how people say you gotta walk the talk. Like Felix not a person to talk about it. He's a person that display and do it in action. And that was very unique about my brother because he always was a man of his word. And that's like a memory I definitely always remember from my brother. He was always a man of his word. I never had to think twice about his loyalty. My brother's very loyal. Like, if he knows you, you know him, you know, Phillips is very loyal. He's very loyal. And, yeah, you guys, yeah, I definitely appreciate this platform. You have any more questions? Oh, also, can I give you a number to Lisa? She definitely would like to call in. Or are you able to call her? How does it work?
Yeah, if you inbox me the number, I can see if it's on the switchboard.
I'm inboxing now.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, because she's trying to call. Yeah.
But Josh, you have anything to ask?
And it's funny. No, I was going to say it's funny that she said that too, because like I said, when I was up there in Brooklyn last summer, like he literally just got off work. He said, I told I've been telling y'all for the longest, like, I'm coming up there, and I want y'all, I want us to hang out like we did last time. And it just so happened that he had to work that day, and I was like, bro, you ain't got to come. Or he had just got off work or something like that. I was like, you don't have to come, man. He's like, no, I told you I'm coming, so I'm going to come. He told me, like, I word for word, verbatim, like, I told you I'm coming. You already up here. Like, there's no way I'm not going to miss you. And he said, I told you that I was going to come, so I'm coming. And that's exactly what he did. He drove over there and stayed up the entire, like, I sent them pictures of us from that night, from that evening. My eyes are just like, I'm talking about, like, I got tears in my eyes all baggy because I was so tired. We were up so late just going around. He was just showing us all the places. But he was just keeping his word. He said, bro, I told you I'm going to come. And not only did he come and hang out, he then took us around the whole city. We tried to, that's this is this place, this is that place. And it was just an amazing experience. But he did it because he said that he told me that he was going to come. And that's why he came. That was just him keeping his word.
Wait, you're the one who was in the hospital, right?
No. I'm not the one that's in the hospital. Sal's the
host. I was the one that put the video up. It's me, Salshowtime.
Oh, you?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for that video. Appreciate it. Oh, wow. That was an amazing video. And even in that video, my brother is so conscious and he's so woke. He's so aware. Like, even in the video, my brother's talking about some real conscious stuff. Like, I was like, wow. Thanks for sharing that video.
Oh, no doubt.
And I just wanted to say, I don't really have any questions. I just wanted to just say, your brother, this is the ministry that he was studying with, by the way. This is the teacher, the head teacher.
What is your name?
Your brother helped me out. Your brother Joshua.
Brother Joshua. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. He helped me out a lot, with this ministry and helping me get this word out to these people. I don't know what kind of dialogue you ever had with him, like on spiritual matters, but he was pretty deep. Like you said, he was pretty woke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He helped me out a lot. He helped this ministry get to where it is today. And like you said, he was loyal. He's one of the day one brothers. He was around when we first started this thing, never left, never abandoned us, always had encouraging words to me. He called me early in the morning sometimes, just, what's up, Josh? How you doing, man? Like, he really made me feel loved and appreciated for everything I do. I just wanted to just say, man, I just thank your whole family for giving us the gift of Felix. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can just really say. You know what I'm saying? Since you're speaking on his behalf, I just wanted to say thank you. And, thank you to your whole family, who, and your parents, who raised this, this guy to be the stand-up guy, because he was already like that when I met him. He was already a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for those words. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you as well. This is a blessing. I'm just grateful that I got to, I can even call him my brother. Even after his passing, it's just the what's the word I'm looking for? For lack of a better word, the testimonials, the stories of how Felix lived his life. I think that's really important, and I'm glad everybody's sharing it on such a public platform. Hopefully, we can, inspire other people to to really walk a certain type of path, a path that you can be proud of, a path that brings you joy and brings everybody else around you joy. Because it seems to me Felix was very selfless, and I thought it was just with me as a sister. Because me, oh my goodness, I ain't gonna lie, that was my favorite brother. That was my brother, and you're right, Felix would speak to me almost every day, and he would always be there for me. So it's like this is hard. This passing of my brother is really difficult for me because he was genuinely like a great person who contributed to the community. He wasn't selfish. He contributed to the community, and he had 3 sons that he actually cared for. He was a black man taking care of his sons, and he never folded or flaked on his son. He always, take care of he's family oriented. He had his religion, and it's like he has goals, and he had drive, and he had something driving him. It's like anybody that was around him, you can feel that drive inside Philip. It's like, oh, it's just so pure. But I just hope that people could, just be better people, I guess, and live great lives and continue to inspire other people. But I'm gonna end it here because Lisa definitely wants to speak to you. But were you able to find her number?
Yeah, I think I found the number. Yep. I believe I have her next. Yep.
Yes.
But
yes.
I appreciate
thank you, and I appreciate you for this platform. This is a really great thing, and I wish you the best in all your endeavors.
Yeah, thanks a lot for calling in. I appreciate you, sis.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right, once again, it's a tribute to Felix. You know that number, 319-527-6239. I believe this is the number. Hold on, let me see. Where is he? Let's see, 917-63. You live?
Yes, I'm live.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you, Older Radio.
Yeah, anything you want to say in regards to our brother Felix?
I always miss my bro, my best friend, my brother that I ain't have. I mean, I had a brother, but at the same time, Felix was my brother for a short period of time, but he showed me so much love, so much love. I went through my hard times. He went through his hard times. We did it together. He was just our best friend. Me and Latisha, we was best friends. And he cared. I know he was stressed. He went through his little levels of stuff in life. He went through his levels of growing up as being a man, but he held it down. But he made sure his friends, his family, his woman was great. And it's so sad.
Yeah. Josh or Antoine, anything you want to ask? Okay.
He really made sure that, like, whoever he was around, that he held it down. He would never show that he wasn't like that. He used to be like, "You all right, Felix?" "Yeah, I'm all right. We all right." But we knew inside him. But he was that man.
Mm-hmm.
He would never.
I think
his woman, his friends, his sisters, his child mothers, he always had a good smile on his face and never showed that he was hurt. Mm-hmm. He was a good man. That's all I gotta say. He was really good. Now, I was his best friend. I was there from maybe 5 years ago until the day that he passed away. I was definitely there.
I for one definitely appreciate you calling in and you and his sister calling in and sharing. I'll tell you what, man. I'm sorry.
I said I wish I knew the number to call you because I remember when he was at work and he used to be calm down. He used to tell his boss, like, "Hold up, I gotta be on my chat. I gotta be on my chat right now." We like, "What are you talking about, Felix?" Oh my God. He used to tell his boss, like, "I gotta go. Hold up, give me a minute." He used to take his time out from work.
Yeah, he used to. Sometimes when we would be talking to him on the chat, he would literally be like, we would ask him a question. We don't even know that he's at work. He wouldn't even say, like, "Felix, what about this?" And before he's like, "Hold on, y'all, give me 1 second. I'm at work. Hold on, give me 1 second." And then he'll come back and say, "Hey, all right, I'm back." So, and then he'll give us his his spiel or whatever. But like he
was.
Yep.
He was
sure
loyal. That man was loyal. No matter what hurt he had in his life, in his heart, he was loyal to everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. And I tell you what, I definitely find a lot of peace too, knowing that. Because I know a lot of times when people or they're involved with folks' spirit. They're involved with folks spiritually. They're a certain way. When they're out, and outside of that, they're a different way. In a different realm, they're a different way. I know a lot of times, even when people say, I could pray about this, I still pray about it to this day, because a lot of my friends say that, Twan, when you start competing, you're a completely different person. Like, I don't even want to say nothing to you, because it's like your mind is gone. Like, you're just so locked in, focused on trying to win, and like it's almost like you change, like your whole demeanor, everything. And it's like almost like I act different. And I was like, man, I gotta take look at that myself. And but I tell you what, I found so much peace in knowing that, just hearing you guys who were with him personally all the time, are saying the same exact things that we are saying when we 1,000 miles away from him, 500 miles away from him. That same experience that you guys are explaining and that you dealt with on a regular basis. We got that same exact thing, that same exact feelings. He was giving us that same exact energy. And even when I, like I said earlier, when I met him in person, those couple of times, like, I got it, and plus some, And
yes.
There was never anything from the broadcast around. Like, he wasn't going around telling everybody. Like, I was so excited. I wanted to tell everybody. I saw Felix. It was like, it wasn't that big of a deal to him. It was just, I felt like I needed to go see my brother. I've been talking to you for years. I'm going to go see you, if you're close to me. And, man, it's hard for me to talk about it, because
It is. It really is. Because that man was like, I didn't have so much people in my life at one point in my life, like a couple of years ago. But when I met Felix, when he heard what I was going through, he stuck through. And whatever he was going through, I stuck through. He made sure he made sure I had some grits. I never ate grits in my life. And I'm like, yo, Felix, we making grits? This grits is good. Like, that means he was very, I never had grits. And he made grits for me, my kids, my best friend and her kids. And we was eating, and we was like, oh, this is good. We made that our meal every night. Make some grits. That's right there. But I miss him so much, and I was there for him so much, and he was there for me so much. And it's so sad that he had to go down like the way he went down, because it wasn't no extra, some street things. It was just like, it was a mistake.
Yeah.
But you know what? Everything happened for a reason, and Felix is blessed. He is definitely blessed, and he really blessed everybody that he knows.
Mhm.
He made a purpose in people's life, and he knows. Now, I mean, I know about y'all being on the group chat and everything on the radio, but he made it known for everybody to stay strong. He made it known for everybody to stay strong.
All right, well, we appreciate your call. Hey, Josh, you want to say anything before we go to the next person?
Hold on. Hello.
Hello. Just pretty much the same thing. Hello. Yeah, just pretty much the same thing I said to the person. Just I appreciate Felix and everybody who helped him to be the person he was, and just testifying that to what we already know to be true about him, and that like I said, man, everybody want to believe that they're special, man, but I don't look at myself. I look at what I see in other people that I think make them special. And like I said, man, he was one of a kind, man. There'll never be another. You know what I'm saying? Like, the brother was just one of a kind. He touched everybody he came in contact with. Like, he just influenced them. He brought out the best in you. Even in people who tried to deliberately make themselves his enemy, he turned them into friends, which is a gift in itself. Like I said, it is a tremendous, heavy loss to us, to lose him. I can only imagine how people who actually knew him and, interacted with him on a personal, live level, must feel, because I never even had the chance to meet him in person. I just talked to him a lot over the phone and over the internet, and he'd help me do some stuff, and I'm feeling it. So I can only imagine how people who actually knew him must be feeling. Our prayers and our thoughts are definitely with you two sisters and the rest of the family, man, because I got blindsided by this. Like, I did not see this coming, and I found out about it in the worst way. So I just appreciate y'all calling in and letting us know.
Yeah. This is Latisha now. You was just speaking with Alicia, one of our best friends. And I just wanted to say a few words about Felix. I met Felix probably about 5 years ago through work. He was my coworker at first, and then he became my best friend, and then he became my overprotective big brother. And he was just like everywhere he went, no matter where he went, somebody always wanted to know who he was. He, opportunity to, meet my mom and my siblings and my mom's friends, and everybody was like, "Oh, your friends are dope." And I was like, "Yes, that's my big brother." Yes, that is. Like, nobody couldn't tell us nothing about Felix. Between Felix, Latisha, and Leisha, we were like the Three Stooges. We were together every day, up until his unfortunate demise. We were together. We were there at the hospital, we were just there. And that Friday, he was here at my house like every other Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. He was here, when he came to comfort me, because my dad had passed away on the 1st, and I had buried him on the 12th. And he came and, trying to lift my spirits along with Leisha, and we were here, and, things just went far left. Out of nowhere, it was unexpected, and even then, like, he was here trying to lift my spirits. Like, come on, you got to get out the bed. You got to be strong. We here. We good. He used to always say, "You want me to be your baby godmother, your godfather?" Yes. So he was like, "Yep, you the god." So it was like, Felix was he was one of a kind. He's a soul. He was really one of a kind. There was nothing, and I mean nothing, in this world that was beyond his grasp. If you call Felix in the middle of the night for whatever, he like, "I'm on my way, T, I'm coming." And I'm like, "Yep, thank you." "Felix, I need to go food shopping. I'm on my way." "Felix, we need to move. I'm on my way." Vice versa. He was just like, he became my big brother for real. Although I'm older than him, he became my little big brother. It's like,
that man don't show no fear to nobody.
No,
he his grounds, and he put a smile on his face.
It was so crazy. Even the day of his demise, like, he was here trying to lift my spirits, and I was here with my brother. And when you with your siblings, you talk your talk, and my brother was talking, and Felix was like, What do you mean? No, you're not going to do that to her. And I'm like, "Felix, it's all right." It's like, calm. It's all right. Like, he's just talking. It's all right. Like, that was my big brother. He definitely holds a place in my heart. And I get up and I talk to him. And I know he's not here physically. I know he's here with us in spirit. And I talk to him, and then some days my microwave start going crazy and the radio turn on by itself. I'd be like, Felix, not today, please. I had to talk with myself. I said I wasn't going to cry today. I'm trying to be a big girl today. I don't want to be down, And I know him, as well as my dad, would like me to stay strong and be strong for my kids. And it's like, this one really just his demise, it just rocked my world. It really hurt me to my core.
How can
like,
you be a close friend with somebody for the short period of time and lose them?
Right. Because it's like, who, like, sitting with him day, and I'm talking about if we wasn't together every day, it's every other day, and if we miss a day, we're on FaceTime. Me, him, and Leisha, we're on FaceTime, taking pictures with each other, laughing, talking, his whole shift, her whole shift, and when I hit rock bottom and have a job, and I'm like, look, all right, I got to get back up on my feet. I got to be strong. And he was like, I got you, T. He was like, don't worry. And when he said he had me, he meant that in every aspect of the word. He helped me get a job. He helped me get back on my feet, and it's like I will forever be in debt to him. He's like, I could never, ever forget my big brother. That's my big brother from another mother and father.
Yeah.
Like I miss him so much. It's just like, it just feels so surreal. It's to the point where I can't even go on Messenger, or I don't even like to go on Facebook, because who am I going to be on Messenger and Facebook with? I went from having 2 friends to just 1.
Right.
And it's like, I try to stay strong. And my baby, she's 3, and she be like, Mommy, there's nothing wrong with being strong. She gives me so much strength, because without her, I think I will break down a lot more.
Yeah.
But I know he needs me to be strong, and he will want me to stay strong and stand in my truth.
Yes, he would. Yes.
He talks his talk. He used to be like, nah, T, you slipping. Come on. Like, nah, don't do this. Like, he's one person that you can talk to for hours, judgment-free. Yeah. How many people that you can talk to about anything in a judgment-free zone? He will never judge you, never hold it over your head, never hold it against you. It's like he going to talk, he going to give his feedback, and it's like, I was so impressed with his dialect. Like, he was just so smart. Like, oh, you speak Hebrew? What? Oh, you can read that? What? Like, really? Like, he was so smart. Like, oh. Oh, my God. Felix, like, I don't know. Every day I just try to say, I know you here, Felix. I know you here. Like, I'm trying. I'm getting better. Between my dad and Felix, is like, I'm really at a low point right now, but I'm working on it every day. It's a struggle, it's a progress, but I'm getting there. And I wanted to make sure I called in. Leisha and myself went through a lot trying to make sure our voices be heard tonight. We done tried to download Skype, pull out debit cards, everything. We was like, look, we got to get through, because they got to hear us.
That's right.
And unfortunately, we get to meet his sibling until the day of his funeral. But, like I told his sister Jennifer prior to the funeral, like, if there's anything, if she just want to talk, she want to share pictures, I'm here. I'm pretty much her sister now, whether she like it or not, because he was my big brother. To his 3 sons, I know he loved them. There's nothing he wouldn't do for his sons. If they're listening in, if there's anything, videos, 2 of his children's mother have my phone number. They can call me for anything, air, advice, child care, anything. Like, I am here. Latisha is available 24 hours a day. If I'm unavailable, I will become available, because I know that that's what Felix would do. Because of Felix, I was blessed to meet, his son Malachi. I haven't met Nazir in person, but, I'm here. I'm here. That's all I can say, even for you guys as well. If you want to talk, you want to exchange stories, or, I have stories for days. We was together every day, so I have stories for days. I'm here. Brother Salvador, I can inbox you my number.
Yeah, no problem. I got your number.
So
I see it on the switchboard right now. I'll write your number down. I see it on the switchboard, so I'll definitely keep in touch.
No, that's not the actual number. I had to download an app so I can call you guys.
Okay.
But I will definitely send my actual number in the in your inbox. You know,
please call us.
I will.
Say anything. You know, and
talk about my friend Felix. Can you please call us back?
I will. I'll keep in touch with y'all.
Love is love, and because he loved you guys, we love you too.
Please, I want to be in tune.
You know, and I would love to see his side of the world that he didn't really get to teach us.
Okay. Hey, Brother Josh. Brother Josh. That's your area right there, Brother Josh. Okay, Brother Josh.
Yeah. We didn't get to learn it. He you know, sometimes I talk my talk, and he was like, "Nah, T, you bugging." Like, you know, even on my ID, I'm an organ donor. He like, "No, you better take that off your ID. We gonna need them organs." You know, like so. It's so much. It's so much that, you know,
call us back, please.
I just anything or anybody that was connected to Felix, I would love to stay connected with, you know, because you know that love, that's our big brother.
Yeah.
That's our big brother. You know, so
but that was like I brought his voice to him like he was voice to us.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Well, I'm going to definitely keep in touch, and we're going to definitely talk. Josh, go ahead. You want to say anything before we move on? Yeah, Josh, you can talk.
Yeah, just make sure when she inboxes you, her number, you give her, you know, the ABT contact information, because Felix he was a major part. This is his world, ABT, Absolute Bible Truth, this ministry. This was a part. It was his world. This what he helped establish. He helped me with this ministry a lot. You know, we have Bible study classes every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sal will inbox you all the information, and you know, just join in and just listen in. You know, it's a judgment-free zone, just like, you know, Felix used to be judgment-free, and you know, you can just see what he was into and who he was studying with. You know, because that's who we are. We his church brothers or his Christian brothers. You know, Antoine and myself and Sal. You know, so when Sal gives you that information, don't be a stranger. It's the same way you call in the blog talk on this show. It's the same kind of show. You know, you just get the number, know the time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and just call in.
Okay. And you said it's on Saturday?
Thank you.
Excuse me?
Yep.
Can you call our number 917? I definitely want to be in tune. I want to carry on as please carry on. I want to take lane. I definitely do.
Yeah.
Please,
I'm going to share that information with you. I'm going to share all that information with you in the inbox. Yeah.
As soon as you're done with it, I can't inbox them.
Yeah. Now Jennifer actually sent me the number, so I got your number now. So I'll definitely inbox you and I'll reach out to you, and I'll give you all the information that you need as far as EBT.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because he really, when he left off, that wasn't finished, and he really held himself down.
No doubt.
He knows what he was doing. He meant a lot to what you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when he left off, I want to finish it. If I can't finish it all the way, but I want to put my heart into it, at least I could try.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Y'all could help me. Y'all could help me try.
Yeah. I'll contact you after the show, most definitely. But, once again, the number is 319-527-6239. We have more people standing by. Let's go to the next caller. Actually, we have the older sister, Irene. I believe that's her name, 646-549. You're live on air. How you doing?
Hi, hello?
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the show. How are you?
Oh, you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing? Yeah, you're live on the air.
Oh, my goodness. I was waiting. I was like, oh. Okay, so yeah, I'm his oldest sister, and to be honest, when I first heard that he passed, it didn't register in my mind. I was just like, what? Nah, I don't think so. It really didn't register. It took about a half an hour. Then I called my sister back and I said, "You call them and you find out what happened. I want to know what happened." Little stuff like that. But about my brother, like him and I, we had like a spiritual connection, and he to me because I'm the oldest sister, he was like my son. So that's how I look at most of my siblings because I'm one of the oldest. So yeah, they're very close to me, and I'm just glad that Felix was able to leave a great legacy here on Earth. It makes me feel proud with all the wonderful words that everyone has for him. And also, we're not used to loss, my siblings and I, because we grew up together, and we're not used to this. So it's like it's hard. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. Like this is like by far the hardest. We thought we had a hard life. Facing this, a loss, is the hardest thing. I'm not gonna lie. So, hello.
Yeah, we hear you. We're listening.
Oh, okay. I know. I'm deep. I'm the deep one. Oh man, like I'm just smiling because I know that he's with the Father above, because he definitely was a servant of the Most High, and I know he's covered. He's covered. And I also remember when he first started out on the radio station. That I think that was exciting. Like on a Sabbath day, like how we used to sit in my kitchen and he would call up the radio station, and I used to just sit quietly, just listening to the things that you guys used to talk about. I don't know if you remember me. This is Josh, right? Josh?
Yes, it's Brother Josh. Yes, Brother
Josh.
Josh.
I don't know if you remember
it's
me.
Josh.
Felix, I was around when Felix first started getting on the radio, and yeah.
Really?
And he introduced me to y'all on the airtime, the video. It was like a real quick video. He was like, "Yeah, this is my older sister," and I was really excited for him when he first, started out on the radio with you guys. That was very exciting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we used to be in the kitchen, and but the thing is, I couldn't make my blueberry pancakes because of the Sabbath day. So one time he let me slide and make something for his little Malachi. So Malachi was happy. No matter of fact, that was Dorian. Dorian was there. Yeah, his other son. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Dorian had a nice little breakfast, but we didn't have any because we knew better. I thought that was so funny. But yeah. So I missed a lot on the show. You guys evolved. I like that. I kind of missed out on a lot of things. I wish I was there more to watch it unfold, Hello? I'm talking about the radio station now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hopefully from here on now I could tune in and keep posted on the Sabbath and good things like that, right?
Yes. Sal will be providing all the contact information for our study group, the group that your brother Felix helped make what it is today, help evolve to what it is today. He'll be inboxing you and the other two sisters that called in the contact information and the time that we go on the air.
Okay, good. Yeah, that would be good for us. I think because I feel like we can uphold his legacy, and I think that would be a good thing. That would be a good look, and I think he would like that too. Like if we just be like the air for him, for the radio station, inspiration, and things like that.
Praise God.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna text you all that information. Yeah, I'm gonna text you all the information, and Yeah, I'll definitely keep in touch, most definitely. But yeah, you could say it more. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have like a whole lot of stuff to talk about because I'm still kind of shy on the radio, but it's all right.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm just glad that you called in and showed your support, and you put some memories out there, Felix, and that's what it's all about. So we appreciate you. And this show is archived, by the way, so you can always go back and listen to the show again, over and over again. So it's gonna be,
wow.
it's archived. Yeah. So.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. So I know you have like a whole lot more people to talk to. How much time do we have on the on the radio tonight?
Well, we have like 46 minutes on the air right now. So
All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna be selfish and do it all the time, but
I appreciate you though. I appreciate you. Most definitely. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Once again, the number is 319-527-6239. Tribute to Felix. This is a tribute to our brother. Antoine or Josh, you want to say anything? We got some more people lined up before you move on. Okay.
I just appreciate them calling in and just like Josh said, confirming our experiences with Brother Felix, and it's just a very wonderful thing to know. But that's all I have to say.
Yeah, and I pretty much feel the same way. It does my heart good to know that that's who he was, both on and off the air, so to speak. He didn't just put on the front while he was on the radio, on social media. All these testimonies just show that, he really was, not just talking the talk, but also walking the walk. So, that's pretty much all I got. You can go to the next call.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, let's go to the next person. Once again, this is a tribute to our brother Felix. If you know the brother, any loved ones, any friends, family, feel free to call in. This is your time, y'all. And like I said, this show is archived, so you can always go back and check it out. Just go to blogtalkradio.com/debate talk for you. It's going to be on the YouTube channel. Type in the search box Debate Talk for you. It's going to be on the YouTube, and of course, it's on Apple iTunes. It's on Apple iTunes as well, so you can always go back and check it out. Let's go to 315-863. You're live. 315-863. Hey, what's up? What's going on? How you doing?
Shalom, this is Salman, a.k.a. R.E.L.
Hey, what's happening,
Shalom, Salman.
Shalom.
Peace, peace. I just got in like 20 minutes ago, maybe 37 minutes ago. My phone is saying I was on when his sister was talking, Sister Jennifer, right before she ended. So I'm not sure if you did a moment of silence for him or not.
No, not at this point. No, we haven't given a moment of silence for him yet. But I think we should at some point.
Okay.
At least before we go off the air.
Yeah, and I'm calling. It was difficult for me to call in, and I was really battling with myself whether I was going to call in or not. But my spirit told me that I guess I got to pay respects to the bro. It's a difficult situation, and I wasn't really sure how to handle it. So, but I guess I'll just share a couple memories of, Brother Felix. And we met long time ago, 7 years, most likely 6 years. I think he was the third person in ABT who I've met and grown close to. Out of everybody in ABT, I would say that Antoine is the person I'm closest to and the person who I talk to the most, because we just relate so much outside of the word too that we just talk all the time. And after that, I would have to say it's a tie between LeVar and Felix, because Felix and LeVar, well, I'll just keep it on Felix for now, but Felix shared a lot of secrets with me, just about his personal life and the things that he was going through and his battles and everything. And we just got close and we just started talking and sharing. experiences with each other as just being brothers in the faith and trying to, also conquer this flesh and live in this world as well. So we related a lot on the secular level. And we met in 2015, I believe. It was around 2015. It was the time where the Old Testament Hebrews and the New Testament Hebrews was kind of trying to form this alliance to go against the Egyptologists and the atheists and all the Kemetic belief and doctrine and all of those things. So there was like this big debate going on in New York City, in Brooklyn. And my wife is from Brooklyn. She lived in Mount Basin, so I went to Brooklyn. And I don't know if I went specifically for that event, but I know I was in Brooklyn around that time of that event. And me and Felix spent the whole weekend together. So on Shabbat, we went to Nasi Yashuv El Temple. And we first met up outside the temple. And we didn't have any... It wasn't weird. It wasn't like, yo, I don't know you, but we about to go in here together. It was like, yo, bro, how you doing? It's great to meet you. It was real good. It was real genuine. And before we went into that temple, we didn't pregame or anything like that. We didn't have a mission on what to accomplish when we went in there. We just knew that we was going in there to get an experience and to see what this whole Hebrew, New Testament, Old Testament unity thing was like, because we both wanted unity. We both agree on unity and peace between the brethren and people with similar beliefs. So we was just really going to have a good time. And the first thing that he said when he went into the temple, when we actually, started the meet and greet after the lesson or whatever, but he automatically went into Isaiah 58. He was on fire for Christ when we first walked in there. And it was like, yo, I don't know if we're here for that, bro. But he wasn't hesitant at all. And he was so genuine. Nobody could be mad at him, because it wasn't like he was trying to cause dissension or trying to be spiteful or hateful or just disrespectful. He was literally and genuinely concerned about their belief in Christ. He was like, he probably felt that he was the one who could be able to change all of their minds, right? Like somebody who could, if they just listen to me and I break it down like this, they're going to understand it and they're going to see it from my point of view. And that's the type of person who I believe he was. And it was just a good experience for me to be around, because when people say they bold in Christ, to go into an Old Testament only synagogue, sanctuary, temple, whatever they want to call it, church, and just start trying to convince them of Christ was eye-opening for me. It was like, okay, this is another level. This is another level. So I definitely appreciate Felix for that and those memories we had, because we were together that whole weekend after the debate, after Shabbat, the session and all that. We still hung out till at least real late in the night. It was at least 2, 3 in the morning when I dropped him off at his house. So we was just up talking the whole time outside. New York City was lit up, so we was just walking, talking, chilling. I think he introduced me to some dollar pizza that they had in New York City. It was dollar pizza. Man, I don't know if we should be eating that, but we had some dollar slices. It was a good time. It was a good time. Felix was a good dude. And I just had nothing but good memories about him. I probably be beating myself up too much about, talking to him more and being involved with him more and trying to be engaged with him more outside of, just on Shabbat. But, yeah, we met again a couple years later, too. And, I don't think that was I think that was that same weekend. I don't know. But we met twice because we took pictures together the second time. The first time we didn't take no pictures together, but I got some pictures that I shared with the brothers last week or so. Me and Felix, we was with Brother Dwayne at the Hebrew, some convention that we went to for the New Testament Hebrews and the Old Testament Hebrews. I think this was after the debate, and I think the Hebrews was trying to put together something for just the Hebrew community this time, and there wasn't no Kemetic people involved. So yeah, we met twice. And I just wanted to share, my experiences with Felix. He was super genuine, super nice, and I really can't, draw anything else other to say, but just what everybody else was saying all night, which I heard was he was a good dude, man. Good person, genuine, caring, loving, honest. And sometimes he told me some things, and I'm like, bro, you sure you want to be telling me that? But he told me, so it just probably was a spirit, man. He just had a truthful spirit and just an open and genuine spirit. But it was good, man. That was a good dude. And I'm sad that we learned about his death this way. Weeks later, I'm sad that he's no longer with us. But if there's one person I know who's like with the Most High right now, it's him. It's got to be him. Like, if anybody has to look back on family, friends, like he was keeping the commandments and everything. He was trying his best. At least I could say so. I don't know, man. I just hope that from this point on, we just keep Felix in our memory and try our best to, provide something for his sons to remember, something for them to look back on, something for them to, cling to, just so they can know who their dad was, because they're super young right now. And it's pretty tough to probably share with them that they don't longer have their blood father. So I just hope one day we can be that influence to his children to just introduce to them just how wonderful of a man their dad was. And with that being said, I'm gonna just leave it right there. It's touchy thing to talk about. So it was good though. It was good. I'm glad I came and talked to the brothers and shared just a little story. I don't got too much memories with him. I knew him for 7 years over the phone and via internet. Met him a couple times in person. He was the same person every time. So Most High gave the angel, man. So can't be mad at that. But I'm just rambling. So y'all have a good night.
True indeed.
Indeed. Thank you, brother.
Thanks for calling in too, Sound, man.
Thank you. And I tell you what, I got I remember too, like I remember when Anthony first started coming around, just in the community, just in general, not just ABT. One of the first people he was interacting with me and feel like he said. And Anthony, when you go back and you hear this, the beginning, on YouTube, I mean, it's almost like everybody keeps saying it the same thing, ad infinitum. Like it just. Everything that you just testified to, we've all said the same thing. Like I was just sitting there, just like, wow. And it's like when you talk about how he said it in such a way where it wasn't like condemning you, it was almost like compelling the way he, approached people. And Josh gave a whole spiel about it earlier, before you didn't even hear him talk about it, And also his family that called in earlier, basically saying the same thing. So, his effect that he had on people. Like you said, it's very, very touching touchy and thing to talk about. But my very last conversation I had with him personally on the phone, he called me out of the blue, out of nowhere, and he's like, "Hey, bro, I'm trying to RSVP for your wedding," and he was like, "What do I need to go to?" And I walked him through. He's like, "All right." Well, he's like, "Oh, I do it right on the website." He's like, "Yeah, just go on the website. You can do it." Like, "All right, man." And we talked, and I think like later on that evening, and it's probably like a month and a half ago, he went on there, he RSVP'd for my wedding, and I'm not gonna take him off too. He's still gonna have a seat there. At my wedding.
Praise God.
He was just so excited about seeing everybody too. And he's like, "Man, I can't wait to come down there and see all you guys." And that hurts knowing that he won't be there, but he's still gonna have a seat at my wedding. I do not care. He's gonna have a seat. But that was it.
And like the sister said, he'll still be there in spirit, Antoine. You know what I'm saying? He'll be there in spirit, and all we can do is just pray we see him at the marriage or the wedding of the Lamb to his bride, which is the believers, that's the main wedding we want to make sure that we see him at. We want to be there with him, that wedding. So let's keep that in mind, as we mourn the loss. But remember, and it's kind of like, appropriate that we're talking about a wedding that's coming up that you're having. But yet at the same time, we can't forget the marriage supper of the Lamb, which, we all pray we see him at when it's our time. We hope we see him, because I have no doubt that he's going to be there. We just need to pray that we're going to be there. You know what I mean?
All right, family. Once again, it's a tribute to Felix. I see we have a lot of support out there, people calling in. Let's go to the phone lines. Let's go to, I believe it's my brother George from Australia. What's going on, man?
Hey, Shabbat Shalom. Brother Sal, Brother Josh, Brother Antoine, all the listeners, and especially to the family of Felix, peace and blessings to you. Calling in from Australia. Just wanted to, I never knew Felix personally, but, just representing for the family here on the other side of the world, we're thinking of the family there. The Bible says to mourn with them that are mourning, so, we're thinking about you and especially his two sons he had? Three sons. We'll be definitely praying for them and the family, it's a blessing to hear that, this tribute, even, the family appreciating, this and it's lifting their spirits. And, I'm hearing that they're possibly going to tune in and start, seeing what this Bible is about. So that's, great to hear. And that's all. I got to get ready for this Sabbath class coming up. So.
All right, man. I appreciate you all.
Thank you.
No doubt.
Thank you, George. Thank you for your support.
Yes, and for calling in and, letting the family know, that Felix, that you're in their thoughts and prayers. We appreciate that, By the way, y'all, that's the teacher of ABT Australia. That's Brother George. Oh, and just off topic a little bit, Sal, we're going to jump right back on. George and myself is going to be getting with you in the near future because we plan on doing a class together on Debate Talk for you. I hadn't had a chance to tell you that yet, but I just thought I'd just throw that out there right now.
Okay, that's cool. Hey, we want to set that up, definitely. Most definitely. My brother George, man, I'm going to holler at you, my man. All right, man. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, for sure. You guys have a good one.
All right. Let's go to the next caller. I think we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 callers. Okay. Let's go to it. 929-433, you're live.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing? You're live on the air. How are you?
Hi, my name is Alicia Bell, and I'm the girlfriend and mother of one of Felix's sons, his youngest son. I just want to say, hey, how y'all doing? I just want to start off by saying thank you for the tribute. Me and his son is listening in on now. Felix was a great man. He was an angel on earth to me. Like, if there's anything I needed, he was always there for me. There are times when I come in from work and I'm tired and he will take over watching our son. He was just so great with, our son, the kids, everything. And I love him dearly. He's like the love of my life. I love him dearly. Like, nobody can't take that love away that I have for that man. Nobody.
No doubt. Yeah.
Praise God.
Praise God. Thank you for calling in, sister. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I said, his youngest son, he just turned 1 year old. I'm trying to hang in there, trying to take care of him, trying to bring his memories alive to keep it going so that he knows that his father was a great man and he was loved by so many people. Anybody that was in his presence, they would want to stay there and be there more around him. That's one of many reasons I love that man. Many things I could think of talking all day long about how great this man was. Hello?
Yeah, we're
Hello?
just listening. Yeah.
No.
Yes, we're
Okay.
here. We're just we just listening. And we agree. You
Okay,
know, it's not enough time on the air to express, you know, how
Right.
much Felix has done and how great. Like I tell people, I've been telling people all night, he helped me in this ministry, that he helped get to this point where it is today. You know, he made all of this, helped make all of this possible. You know, Felix, like you said, an angel on earth. You know, like, and I was saying earlier, you know, sometimes, man, some people just, the world don't deserve some people. That's how I be thinking sometimes. I be wondering that.
All right. He was. Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
We hear you. Mr. Good.
Okay.
We hear you. You're live.
I'm sorry. It's just the connection that I'm having. Yeah. So he was, you know, a great person, a great father, great sibling, great everything. You know, and once again, like I said before, I thank you all for this tribute, because like Felix was loved by so many people. He had a family. I don't care if it was a job, with people at work, where he had a family. He was there for people. That's everything. Like one thing I could say, he was there for people. You know, he wasn't selfish. He wasn't nothing. He was there for people. He'll take the clothes off his back to give to you. That's how good of a person he was. And you really find that in this day and age. Really.
That is so true. That is so true.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's
true.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Oh.
Well, we appreciate
so
you for
much
calling
I could
in.
say.
Yeah, we
Thank
appreciate you
you.
for calling in. And this show is archived, like I said, so you want to go back anytime, you can go back and hear the show over again. You know, it's going to be an archives forever. So we appreciate you for calling in and sharing some good memories of our brother Felix.
Thank you so much, and have a nice day. Thank you. God bless.
All right, take
You
care.
too.
All right.
All right, once again, the number is 319-527-6239. We have 24 minutes on the air. And, man, I think the phone is lit right now. The switchboard is lit. Let's get a 909-538. You're live.
Hey, peace, y'all. I didn't even press one. It kind of just threw me on. I don't know why it does that every time I get on. But since I'm on here, I'll just share a story. Or just share experiences, I guess. Yeah, Felix, I didn't know Felix that well, but I just knew that from studying with ABT that he was one of the brothers that was into the Hebrew. And so there's been a couple of times where I've contacted him with some questions and stuff, and he never hesitated to reach out and help me, you know, get a better understanding of what I was looking for answers for. Really, really, like people were saying, like as far as scripture goes, like he wasn't one of those dudes that's just like, oh yeah, you know, you got to understand that this, you know what I mean? Like he wasn't all like trying to like he was smarter than you, or you know, trying to make you feel dumb or any of that stuff. Like he was just, I you know, I don't understand this, or you know, what about this, or you know, what does the Hebrew mean right here, or blah blah blah. And the dude was just really humble, like just gave his opinion or the fact of the matter. You know what I mean? Really sharp dude, really cool dude. And it's just a shame that he passed, you know, so young. I really, really wish that I could have had more time to talk with that brother, because, like I said, he was really sharp. And you know what I mean? I really appreciate the fact that he took time out to, you know, talk to me. You know, just a random dude that hit him up like, hey, you know, I want to talk to you about some stuff. But like I said, he didn't hesitate at all. Really cool dude, man. I really wish I could have had more time to talk to him and dig into the word and stuff. Yeah, man. I appreciate that. You, Sal, and the ABT fam for doing this for him, and you know, I think this is really, really good thing, especially like you said, because it's archived, so his sons can listen to it 10, 20 years from now. You know, I think that's a big blessing. And yeah, man, I'm here to support you guys too, man. I love the work that you guys are doing, man, and just the fact that you guys did a show like this really shows the hearts that you brothers have too. So, man, you guys are a bunch of good brothers, man, and yeah, I'm just keep Felix and his family in prayer. And all right, y'all, have a happy Sabbath, and I'll see y'all in class tomorrow. Peace.
Happy Sabbath, Jason. Love you, man.
Peace to you, bro. Thank you for making a comment, even though it just threw you in, you know. But still, thank you for speaking. Praise God.
All right. Once again, let's go to the next person before, time is running low. Let's go to the next person. Let's go to 347-624. You're live.
Hi, this is his sister Jennifer again. I was just actually listening in.
Mm-hmm.
I was just actually listening in. And I'm hearing what everyone has to say. And once again, I'm truly grateful and appreciative for all the stories. And now that I'm through, I was looking on YouTube, because I do want to go back and listen to the audio. Can you just be a little bit more clear of what should I type in when I go on YouTube?
Yeah, well, I got you in the inbox already, so I'll just send you the video directly through the inbox, so you don't have to do all of that. So I got you. I got you. No problem. I appreciate you, though, for tuning in.
But before,
hold on. Sorry about that. Say it again.
Before I go, I definitely wanted to. I'm not sure who's listening, but it was a lot of people who came together. I definitely wanted to just acknowledge them. I acknowledge everyone who came together and acted very quickly, because this was very sudden. This was nobody knew this was coming. This was very sudden, and I just want to express my appreciation towards his coworkers, his family, his friends. I definitely want to appreciate. I express my appreciation that how supportive everyone is towards each other, and how genuine the love is towards each other. And thank you for their support and the donations and the continued support on the behalf of Felix. Once again, I'm on Facebook. My name is Jennifer Owens on Facebook. My real name is Jennifer Mclean. But feel free to send me a friend request. I don't bite. Send me an inbox, text if you need to. I'm interested. If you want to reach out, I'm here. I'm available. Once again, thanks to everyone for sharing your stories. I appreciate it on behalf of our Felix family. You can have a good night.
Praise
I
God.
appreciate you.
Jennifer, thank you again for calling in.
Yeah, I'm going to keep in touch. I got you, so I'm going to share all the information with you. All right, let's go to the next person. Let's go to 530-813. You're live. 530-813. You are live. All right, 530. Going once. Uh-oh. Going twice. Sounds like they're trying to rush to the phone. I don't know. All right, I guess we'll come back to that caller. Let's go to 773-375. You are live.
Hey, Shabbat Shalom, Brother Sal. How you doing? This is Brother DV.
Hey, what's going on? My brother, what's happening?
Everything's going on, man. It's Brother Josh, Brother Antoine, how you brothers doing tonight, man?
Shalom, Elder.
Good evening. Good evening, Elder.
Yeah.
Happy Sabbath.
Yeah, man, and to all of the listeners who called in and shared these heartfelt stories, man, and I'm quite sure it's tons of more that we'll probably never hear. I have a few, but I'm not going to get into that. It's just that I would like to just say this. That brother added so much, and it's truly a tremendous loss to the ABT family and the ministry. He was such a cornerstone for it. And that's pretty much all I want to say. We're not going to, none of us, we can deal with this. We can deal with it, but we're not going to get over it for a while, because it was sudden, it was out of the blue, and we were hit with it, and we're still juggling with how we feel about it. We don't feel good, because it's not always good to lose a person that you know. And I never met him personally, but we talked on the phone, and just like a lot of people, but it was like you knew him. That's just the kind of person he was. He was so personable that he would talk to you and just strike up a conversation with you. If he knew your name, it was like you knew him. You know what I'm saying? I never seen him in person, but I've seen pictures of him and so forth. But he was a great brother, man, for this ministry and for the brothers who he spoke with and that he knew. Everybody that he came across, they remember something good about this brother. He was a man of honor. Hey, it's so many good things we all can say about him, but I would just say this is a tremendous loss to the ABT family. So I appreciate everybody calling in and sharing their experiences and stories about this good brother. And that's what he was, a great brother. So I'm going to sign off and give somebody else a chance to come on and share something else with us. Y'all take care. Peace.
Praise God. Appreciate that, Elder.
I appreciate you calling in. Actually, nobody else pressing number one at this time. So, once again, we appreciate everybody that, that's still listening to the show. Somebody just pressed number one. Let's go to that first. Let's go to 347-843. You're live.
Hey, how's it going? Shalom. Peace.
Hey, what's happening?
Peace. Good. So this is James Mclean, Felix's older brother.
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing? Good. I didn't know I had to press one to be in the queue, but now I know. So I just wanted to say, for my being Felix's older brother, obviously the news that he passed away wasn't exactly, what I wanted to hear. But at the same time, I also knew that there was a bit of peace within me because I know my little brother, and I know that, when I got the phone call, I'm like, okay, so I know that he passed away, and obviously he passed away peacefully, and because that's the type of person that he was. And I know that during the funeral, they read from Ecclesiastes, there's a time to pray, there's a time to mourn, there's time to be happy. And it's real easy for me to be upset and be like, Felix was, like, what happened to him was, very upsetting. But just having the support of everybody and being able to see things through a different perspective, I know that him passing away wasn't for me to be upset. Like, there's a time for that, but then there's also a time for me to realize that there's also another side to it, there's another spiritual aspect to it. Like, when I let go for a second, I feel my brother's spirit. And it's encouraging. The person that he was encourages me to live a better life. So I just think his example that he gave us while he was here in the physical is going to live on for ages. Like, I love all of you guys. I love everyone. I tell people that all the time, and people say, hey, you don't even know me. And I'm like, well, we're supposed to be Christians, and we're supposed to love people that we don't know, so I don't get how everyone is. But just to see his example and to see the way that he loved everyone, and, he just took it to another level to where people would gravitate towards him. He would gravitate towards other people. And, like, he spoke to me about, speaking Hebrew and the missing books of the Bible and Sabbath day. And I'm like, Felix, you know what? I can't really say anything, but we're brothers, so we're not going to argue or debate about it. We'll just talk about something else. But I do encourage you to keep doing that and to just keep doing something good for the community and the people that you're with. So I'm happy that he kept that up, and I'm happy that you guys got a chance to meet him. I'm happy that he touched and inspired so many lives. And it's real easy for me to be like, I don't know why God did this. I'm really sad, but I know that, like, even a year from now or even tomorrow, that I'm going to smile upon the fact that my brother's spirit is out there. And if we remember anything about the spirit, like, the Spirit of God will come and comfort you. It will tell you what to do. So just in that way, I know that my brother's spirit is out there. And I'm like, when I'm looking forward at each of my steps each and every day. I'm like, man, what am I going to do in this situation? I'm like, well, I already learned from my brother that this is what I should be doing. Or I already learned from this example that I shouldn't have an excuse or an example about why I'm not reaching out to somebody. Like, my brother wouldn't do it. He couldn't come up with an excuse not to help somebody. So I have to get rid of all those excuses for contacting my family and contacting everybody, even contacting the radio station tonight. Like, coming up with excuses just wasn't in his nature. So he really taught me a lot, and I know he taught everybody else a lot. And I would just say the best way to honor him is to carry on in a positive manner in your everyday speech, in your everyday interactions with everyone, because that's what we got from him. That's what we, that's what we learned, and that's what we should continue to keep doing. That's what I'm going to be doing, God willing. So I'm just encouraging you guys not to think that his passing was so unfortunate, because it was very fortunate for him to be able to pass through from the physical to the spiritual plane without, he didn't see none. We have 10 brothers and sisters, so he didn't have to go through any of us passing away. I know that would have been devastating on him. But, he passed away with his faith intact and with perfect reverence for God, perfect reverence for God's servants, and that's why I think it's always love. Yeah. But I just wanted to get that message out there. You got it.
Awesome. Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Praise God.
Yeah, we appreciate your call, man. Appreciate you. And, just keep in touch with me, man. DebateTalkForYou@gmail.com. That's the email, DebateTalkForYou@gmail.com. And I'll send you the information. Matter of fact, Josh, you can let people know for tomorrow. You got a class tomorrow. Felix was here. He'll be tuning in tomorrow, giving the information on the air, how to tune in.
Okay.
Oh, no doubt. See, and this, before I give out the information, I just wanted to say too that I'm happy and blessed to know that, and I'm learning for the first time that Felix came from a big and what seems like a loving family. You know what I'm saying? I never knew that about him, that he had like all of these siblings like that. I come from a big family myself, but man, it's just good to hear that. And also, I'm happy that they tuned in and heard this tribute, and also, contributed to it as well. You know what I'm saying? Letting us know that Felix was not just a Christian or just a believer, but he actually was somebody who, his actual biological, his physical family, they actually loved and appreciated him. But yeah, we have classes every week at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Blog Talk Radio. Our call-in number is 319-527-6197. Again, it's 319-527-6197. That's Absolute Bible Truth, the ministry that Brother Felix, our beloved Brother Felix, helped get to where it is today. He played a major role in building this ministry. So to all his family and friends who are listening in, come see what all the fuss was about. Come see what he always want to talk to you about, or what you always seen him huddled up in the kitchen listening to on his cell phone. This is what this was. This is what, this was his heart. He helped build this ministry. So again, every Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's when we go on the air, 319-527-6197, and just come visit the house that Felix helped build. Thank you.
All right, we only have like 7 minutes on the air, and we have a lot of people on the phones, but nobody else pressed number 1 at this time. If you want to say anything, you have 7 minutes on the air. Just press number 1. Press number 1, and we'll bring you in the conversation. If you already pressed number 1 before, you got to press number 1 twice. But if you didn't, you just press number 1 one time, and I'll bring you back on the switchboard. But yeah, I don't see anybody else pressing number 1 at this time. All right. So, yeah. Any last words, gentlemen? Anything you want to say? Yeah.
Yeah. As Brother Ariel requested, before we go off the air, let's take a minute or however way you want to do it, Sal, to for a moment of silence, out of respect for our beloved brother Felix, and then if Antoine has nothing else to add, we could just end it there.
All right, so let's just take a moment of silence for a minute and just pay our respects. Somebody press number 1. I'll get to you, but let's take a moment of silence right now. All right. All right. Once again, it's a tribute to my brother Felix. Again, if you didn't hear the earlier portion of the show, you can go to the archives and go check it out, www.blogtalkradio.com/debate talk for you. I see we have one more person that pressed number 1, and we're going to go to that person. We only have like 5 minutes left on the air. I'm just going to play this audio one more time, my brother.
Hey, what's going on? This is Felix, also known as Enoch, student at Absolute Bible Truth, and I'd like to give a big shout out to Salshowtime and Debate Talk for You. I'm a frequent listener, been listening since season 1. Keep doing your thing, and for everybody out there who can hear this, send in your donations so Debate Talk for You could go on for a long time. All right, y'all. Peace.
All right, let's get this last caller. 315-863. You're live.
Yeah, this is Ariel back again, and the Most High put it on my spirit to call back in just to give a different perspective on Brother Felix, because I focused on what I lost or what we lost as a church, as a family, but we also gained a lot in his passing. We gained another angel in the army of Christ, right? We gained an angel, and we also was able to gain some brothers and sisters to actually give their ear to the word of truth at the passing of our beloved brother. So we definitely gained a lot. We definitely lost a lot. But I also just wanted to say that when people in this ministry say he was a big part of this ministry, it's not as if it was something he was just a listener every now and again. This dude was consistent 7 years straight. This dude was learning Hebrew to help combat all of the false doctrines that these these Old Testament Bible believers was coming up against Christians with. He was taking his time out to learn the language in order to defend the faith. This dude was a teacher in his own right. Whoever had a question, it don't matter if it's 3 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the afternoon, whatever, 24 hours a day, he was willing to lend his services. He was a big pillar in this ministry. It wasn't nothing to take lightly. He didn't take his faith lightly. His faith was always at the forefront. Every time I would talk to him, every time we would have a conversation, we always went back to what can we do for the Lord? What can we do to make things better? So I just wanted to say, he was authentic. He was legit, like legit. He was the real deal. And it's not many times you come across somebody who's authentic and legit as he is. Like, he had an impact not only on the church, but on everybody around him. Like, the secular and the spiritual is now coming together, and everybody is coming full circle coming full circle to the understanding of how good of a person he was, and just as a go to give us an example of what we can strive to be like, right? We gained a lot in his passing, even though we lost a lot. So I just want everybody listening in on the phone lines to understand that we gained something in this time of stress, in this time of loss, right? So keep your heads high, keep a smile on your face, and continue to try to be the best version of Enoch or Felix you can be, right? Because if we can strive to be something like that, then we on the right track. So he was a good role model, a positive role model, a good example, a good father. And I just want everybody to understand that we can learn from him. We can learn from the situation, appreciate your family, brothers and sisters, your cousins, nieces, and nephews. Get in touch with people who you haven't got in touch with in a long time, and keep in touch with them. If they don't show up, you text them. If it's a week going by and you ain't hear from them, you reach out. Say, yo, you all right? You good? Because you don't know when somebody's going to go, and we can learn a lot from his situation. So this is Brother Ariel. Thank you guys again. Have a great night.
Praise God, Brother Ariel. Praise God.
We appreciate your call. All right, Josh, you can take us out, man. You and Antoine, the last words. Go ahead.
Well, basically, I just wanted to first just thank God for loaning us Brother Felix, because in the Bible he says all souls are his. And sometimes, God loans us stuff for such a long time and we become so attached to it, we start thinking that it's ours. But at the end of the day, Felix never belonged to any of us. God just loaned him to us. And I just want to just thank God for loaning us such a great brother, blessing us with the gift of Felix, it feels like, he was taken from us too soon, but I just feel like, we should all, like Brother Ariel and Felix's older brother, James Mclean, I can't forget that name because it rhymes, James Mclean, how we're supposed to also find solace and rejoice in the fact that, we met and knew a brother like Felix, because a lot of people are going to go their entire lives and never meet and benefit from a brother like that. So I just thank God for the 7 years that he blessed me with to know that brother and let that brother help me do what I'm still trying to do today. He helped me get to this point in this ministry. He was a major pillar, a cornerstone, backbone, of this ministry. So I just wanted to just end it by saying, thank you, God, for loaning us Brother Felix. Is greatly appreciated. Anything you want to add, Antoine?
No, you summed it up perfectly, man. I just wanted to say that I love each and every last one of you guys. And Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Love you too, brother.
All right, and thanks to the family, thanks to all the friends and everybody that called in to the show. Thanks to everyone that's tuned into the program. Like I said, this show is archived. You can always go back and check it out forever. So we appreciate your family. And again, if you want to hear what the classy was, the ABT, and you can tune in tomorrow. Let that number out there again so they can write it down, put it on speed dial. You can check it out. ABT classes go down Saturday. You can check them out. Put that number out there one more time, Josh.
Yes, sir. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Saturday, 319-527-6197. Again, that's 319-527-6197. Hope to see you all out.